I sent the message, but unknown how much that will do.
Yeah, hopefully, I mean, either they'll see it and get on, or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway. So, last we had left off, a party decided to take a much needed day to themselves and decided to join Gary in some fishing. During their fishing trip, they managed to catch quite a few remarkable fish here and there, including a shark, a giant tuna, another shark, uh, earning them quite a haul. Gary had basically traded with them a bag of water and a very magical fishing pole. Deciding that their day of fishing was over, they made their way back to where are we? Oh yeah, back into the Copper Ale Inn. There, Gizmo was trying to speak with the young female kobold who is currently at the bar, uh, basically like tinkering with her flute. And I believe that is where we last left off. Unless there's anything else important. Notes.
I think that was it. Also, Gary hung my
Oh yes,
bacon
Gary did
tuna.
having the tuna and the shark on the wall.
That's all I remembered was the tuna.
Yeah. I also know for me, Gizmo came across a flash of inventive idea and has made some small artificial life that he's called Bolt. Little lizard boy.
Yeah,
yes. He did create.
I forgot about Bolt.
Yeah. He has been born for a day, and he has been exposed to already so much, and he is confused. He has been alive for like 3 hours, and he has seen giant beasts nearly like 5 times the size his creator, and does not understand how the world functions. But yeah, that's the only other thing.
I mean, that's how it is for everything that comes to the world, right? It's just like, what is this?
Yeah, so he's now here and he's vibing. But yeah. Just sending out links to the other Discord servers I'm in.
No worries.
But I believe what Gizmo had last said, or something close to it, line, is I didn't realize there were other clutches with developed kobolds like us. Huh.
Hearing that, she immediately stops what she's doing, kind of looks at you very nervously, and she oh, one thing.
Woo! That is loud.
Speaking of alarms.
Nah, that's my phone.
Oh.
Some call from California. I don't know anybody from California.
That's not true. I'm there. Huh?
I was gonna say, isn't Midna or Ayevik from California?
I seriously doubt he's the one calling me.
Hey, you never know.
I am sure Midna does not have my phone number.
Little did you not know. I don't.
You didn't know Midna had all our numbers from stalking us?
If that were true, he'd be calling Ayevik right now. Trying to get...
See, that is very true. Yeah, my powers
You
are great,
wouldn't be
but it doesn't
calling
extend
Ayevik.
far.
Anyway, so yeah, she stops what she's doing. You see a big blush uh, cover her face as she kind of like, um, uh, hello?
Hmm. Hello, Flu. Bolt just kind of like getting off of Gizmo's collar and just getting onto the table and like just sitting, and just waves a hand.
She is currently like grasping onto her flute with both hands, like kind of clutching it to her chest as tightly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It is not hard to see that Flu, despite being a bard, is a very, very scared individual.
Oh,
Hi,
the poor
charisma set does
baby.
not immediately mean bravery. Yeah. uh, Gizmo will just kind of like sitting down and such. We'll just kind of sit down, let Bolt's on the counter now, and he's just kind of now vibing, and Gizmo will just kind of look over. Your flute giving you some problems, or are you just tuning it?
Um, I'm just tuning it. I have to make sure that it's both tuned and cleaned every day. Otherwise, it doesn't sound quite right.
Makes sense. Have to do something similar for my tools, so yeah. Gizmo just kind of looks at his wrist, sees like the broken flame launcher or like the little flame wrist gadget, and still seeing it's broken. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that later tonight. Speaking of which, so out of curiosity, because I've not had the chance of really talking with many other of our kind, where do you hail from, or at least direction of region wise? I mean, I come more from the central part of the continent, for the most part.
I'm kind of to the northwest, the more mountainous regions.
Hmm. All right. Was your clutch more laid out in the underdark, a little bit 50-50, or more surface? Out of curiosity, because I know a lot of our people have, at least from the bit of travels I've been doing for the time I've been up here, a lot of our people tend to be adaptable with different styles of life.
I mean, they were more uh, tunnel dwellers, so I suppose more underground.
Hmm. All right. Fair
Um,
enough.
that was at least until that happened.
Gizmo will kind of like an eyebrow will raise, and it's just, hmm. I assume something happened.
She just kind of nods, clutches her flute tighter.
Hmm. Gizmo will kind of look down, see, like, feeling a little bad that he's touched a nerve, but somewhat from his bit of traveling would understand the idea or general idea, and just kind of look over to looking down and just looks over to see Bolt just like blepping with like a little mechanical tongue, like he doesn't understand what the fuck's going on. Just and just kind of shrugs. But Gizmo just like looks at Bolt like, really? And then looks back to over to Flu. Well, I've been around for probably a lot longer than most of our kind, and I've done traveling, though haven't really ran into much of us. Only more recently have I actually started more commonly seeing us up here, which is nice change of pace. But eh, my condolences if you've lost anyone you care about.
You are you still traveling around?
Uh To a degree, I am. I mean, I originally came up here to figure out stuff for the clutch I was with and my family, but I also came up with my own little goal of trying to figure out uh, the curiousness of an item that I had found in the Underdark. And, well, Gizmo kind of looks over to Bolt as Bolt kind of probably at this point comes over a little bit closer and just now is like kind of like sitting in between the two of them, not like invading space and not trying to make her uncomfortable, but just kind of like just being like a cute little animal in the background, just doing random miscellaneous. And Gizmo just kind of
Can
looks
I just
back.
say, Soul is absolutely eavesdropping on all of this.
Fair enough.
She is invested.
Gizmo just kind of looks back to her. It's like, I've been trying to figure out my own purposes, I suppose, and, well, I've been up here so long that it almost kind of feels weird to the idea to go back, but I don't know. That's something I have to figure out and such. I mean, a lot's happened, and at the same time, it feels like so little has happened.
You might want to go check on them. There's someone going around slaying all of us.
Gizmo immediately looks over like wide-eyed and is just like, what?
I managed to escape when it happened to my clutch. My life was almost ended at least 5 times, but I came here. I learned that there was a dragon here, so I thought maybe I could be safe, but I'm still terrified of that person.
Gizmo just kind of looking down for a second and yet hearing this, and immediately now the thoughts of his family flashing through his head, and then for a second just the images of his one brother and the stupid luck that he has, and it's just like mentally it's like, shit, are they dead? Thinks about Hook. Is everyone else dead but him dead? And then kind of looks back up at her like a little bit more determined in his sense. You had said it was a person. Is it a group? Is it a faction, or is it just
No,
a
it's
person?
just one man, I think.
Hmm. This is certainly the first time hearing of anything like this, but that isn't right. Can you, if it's not too much for you, as Gizmo will kind of put like a hand to her shoulder, just try to like kind of comfort her. And Bolt will mirror it, though not understanding, because he's just see monkey do. Bolt will do the same, but with her hand, and just not understanding. And Gizmo will just, if it's not too much for you, if you could tell me a little bit about this person, I might look into it, because I know our people have already struggled trying to adapt being on the surface and integrating in, but we definitely don't need someone going around hunting us. That's definitely not a comforting thought.
All I know is when they attacked our clutch, they slaughtered each and every kobold trying to defend our home. Even after that, they went into our hatchery. They burned all the eggs. They didn't take anything of worth. And then when all was said and done, she just starts breaking down.
Mm. Gizmo will offer a
Destroyed
shoulder. That's well, I wasn't exactly ever on the front lines to experience that. In the little bit of time I was with my clutch down there, I had experienced a migration or two before my family took or stood up for us, but that just seems really weird. Hmm. Well, I definitely can tell you this. I'll see if I can look into this to see if I could get the assistance of, as Gizmo just kind of looks over to his friends and such. I don't know with what we've already got requested and such when we would be able to, but I'll definitely be looking into this. This doesn't sit well with me.
Just be careful. They're mad, man.
Hmm. Good to know. Well, to take your mind off of it, as Gizmo sees that, as like, our Bolt is just kind of just like trying to be like a support animal, but again, still not really understanding.
That's a poor animal.
He's trying. I mean,
He's a metal lizard. He's
a metal lizard, but you know, I mean, he's trying. He has an intelligence. He can think for himself somewhat. He is sentient. He just doesn't understand a lot right now. Like, from his perspective, she's crying and she's breaking down, and it's just like, oh, did something happen here? I'm existing. Look at me, I'm cute. he's trying his own, but
I get you.
but Gizmo's just kind of looking down at him and just like kind of like grateful he's trying, but also understanding he's only been alive for a few hours, so it's like this is probably going in one socket out the other. You're now take your mind off of it. Your flute playing at the very least is rather good. I am glad you have survived. It's rather impressive.
I had to pick up some sort of skill in order to at least live in a place like this.
Yeah, I can understand that.
They at least offer me a room here while I form. So it's
That's
at least
good.
something.
Yeah, that's at least a start. I mean, from what I've heard you play previously, you're rather good at it, so I'm sure with more practice and all that, you can definitely start making some coin. Oh, I guess we're kind of realizing at this point, like, looks over to Bolt. Oh, right, I hadn't. This is kind of the first time you're seeing of him. Sorry, I should have introduced the little guy. Made him earlier today. I've named him Bolt, a little companion of mine. And just Bolt once again, like it'd be acknowledging his name being said, just kind of looks over, waves.
Yes, I noticed him earlier. She's kind of pats Bolt's head. She's not really sure what to do with this thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair, and he accepts it as mechanically as he does, but he does accept it and seems to like it.
It's very cold.
Yeah, it is. It's made of metals and such. It is in a way alive, but different from you or I. But I've with the type of craft I've been learning and working on, it's kind of what I've been learning to do. This is more of a practice round at it, and hopefully I can make more sense of a thing I'd found or I'd done while I was in a bit of a Gizmo kind of far distant stares to like the left for a second and then looks back. In a bit of a stupor. Friend of my group had found some delicacies from the Underdark. Realized he didn't realize he shouldn't have cooked it. So yeah, that was fun. But
yeah, I understand. We couples can tend to get into mischievous things.
yeah, no, that is definitely the truth. Well, if you ever need someone to talk to, or someone to talk to about things you're worried about or anything, I'd be willing to listen, considering there aren't really many of us, and to a degree we have to stick together, and you seem rather nice enough, and I am, again, sorry you've had to go through what you have.
Thank you. Sorry, not much of a conversationist.
Yeah, it's okay. Everybody's got their ups and downs, and I mean, Gizmo just kind of like shrugs himself. I can talk decently from having studied it from other races, but I still struggle with convincing people quite a bit. So, I mean,
May I ask why you decided to talk to me?
Gizmo kind of, let's see if they are present. Yeah. Gizmo kind of raises an eyebrow and just, you didn't send a note?
He looks at you confused.
Well, consider it me wanting to get to know other kobolds. I've always had an interest of hearing other stories of us who travel and such, and figured it wouldn't be a bad idea to get to know you.
He'll nod.
We are out here without the support of our families, so having a few friends is always not a bad thing.
She'll say, I hope your clutch is still okay.
Yeah, I do as well. They're rather down deep, but I don't know. I mean, with our society, it's kind of a 50-50 on how well that kind of goes, but given my family and the weirdities that they were, I have some confidence, but yeah, I might need to go check on them at some point.
She again will she'll nod. She kind of just scooshes herself off the chair little by little until she eventually plumps down onto the floor.
Yeah.
Being small as kobolds are, they do have a bit of difficulty.
Stools? You mean miniature ladders?
Yeah, basically. But a chair is kind of like, kind of had to crawl.
Yeah, no, this definitely is the if tall people walk, like I've literally imagined every time we walk into a talking situation with a vendor, I literally imagine, unless it's like they're catered towards like shorter people, I imagine every single time it's Everyone walks in. They're like chest high. Gizmo, you can just see the horde. Oh, wait a minute. Puts down chest, stands on chest, his chest backpack. I love that.
The chest backpack. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, all good. Well, Gizmo will kind of ponder mentally, but, well, hopefully I did not intrude, and hopefully you are doing well. If you ever, as a service I can provide, if you would like, is to make up if you were busy with other things, since I don't want to take too much of your time. If ever your flute breaks, or if you ever need someone to try to fix it, I am rather handy with, as he looks over back to Bolt, as Bolt has now gone to the counter, is now playing with cups, and like trying to stack them. As he is like slightly flying and just trying to see how tall he can stack the empty cups. If you ever need something fixed, I'm rather handy at crafting, so.
She'll nod. Again, make an insight check if you would, please, Gizmo.
Shall do. I do not need. Let's see. Click my token.
I've
Oh.
been listening this whole time. Can I make an insight
Sure.
check? Yes!
I mean, fair enough. I've not
I
really been
think I
quiet.
started.
So yeah.
Sorry, I've been listening this whole time, so I've been very.
Yeah. That's all good. Might be on mine, but it does say you're not in Foundry at the moment.
Well, yeah, my thing like decided to reload. I just don't know.
Ah.
What.
Gotcha.
Keyboard?
Wisdom. Papa.
You rolling the dice?
I am.
Which
I can roll for you, or you can wait.
Yeah.
I can wait for you to get it.
Yeah. Okay, Mom, go away. I rolled an 18. My thing's not working.
Okay.
18. Did you guys hear my mother? I'm so sorry about that.
No worries.
No, it didn't come through.
Oh, good. Let me see.
You rolled a 17 on my end.
Oh no, I rolled my actual dice. So
Yeah,
I rolled an 18 plus 4, so I rolled a 22.
Okay, so she
I know all her secrets.
you can tell she is haunted. She just has she's constantly shivering. Her eyes are just always black. It is clear that whatever happened to her is not something that's ever going to like fade away or anytime soon.
She's been scarred.
She's
by
basically traumatized. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, poor thing.
Gizmo will take a mental note.
If you will excuse me, I need to get some rest, but I will thank you for the offer.
Of course, and I'm always here if you need someone to talk to. Unless I'm traveling, then, kind of a little odd, but...
She nods.
Oz is not. Oh my god, I'm not Oz. Sola's face palming at that last comment that Grizz just said. Unless I'm traveling, like, duh.
Gizmo kind of getting a reins on Bolt before he like knocks over like a ton of cups, and just kind of pondering. That brings up a curiosity.
Yeah, so are we gonna fuck shit up now? We gonna fuck this guy up? The one who's been killing y'all, we gonna fuck him up?
Oh, Gizmo will kind of begin to walk on over and go climb down the ladder stool, and will kind of signal for Bolt to follow as he just hovers about and flies around. And Gizmo
Is he trained yet?
Yeah, he can fly. Yeah, literally he has a movement speed, or like he has a land movement speed, but most of the time, if Bolt ever moves, it's literally little extendo prong, like multi-segment tail, and then he starts just spinning around like a little helicopter blade and just floats around.
Inspector Gadget style. I love it.
Kinda, yeah. Like the first time he genuinely walked was like walking off of Gizmo's arm to the table. That was kind of like on the table. That was kind of it. He otherwise just flies because he's faster
His
flying.
first steps.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is rather concerning.
Rather, it is very concerning.
I mean, I've ran into maybe one or two kobolds during my time up here with Grotz, and that's kind of how I've learned of more of our own society's stuff, but it's been quite some time since I've run into them. I mean, and more recently we ran into all the ones we found, and that's rather pleasant and a nice change of pace, and it's honestly nice to see, but I didn't realize there was someone like that hunting us to an extent. I mean, I don't know why, outside of just insanity.
Hmm.
Does make me wonder about my clutch, but
Well, yeah, it would make anybody wonder about their families.
eh. I mean, I've not done a ton with traveling, so my strengths have probably been squandered a little bit here and there, but given what my family was doing, I imagine they've grown quite a decent bit if they are still kicking, so I don't know. That's something on the table I'd like to do at some point, but I also know
No,
we have our
yeah.
jobs.
Well, yeah, but like kobolds are getting massacred.
Yeah, that is very true, and it's just I unfortunately don't know. Off of what she had said, I don't really know where to begin
I know,
looking. I mean, she had,
the
I
poor
believe,
thing
said
looks
north.
traumatized.
She had said somewhat around the northeastern, so I mean, that's at least an idea, but
Yeah, that is far from us, though.
that it is. And considering all the different types of jobs we've got currently to go do traveling, there's a lot of
Yeah, we
different
also.
things we've got to do.
Yeah, where was the jungle? Where did the goblin say her jungle was that we needed to go to?
Jungle is farther down southwest.
Oh,
I
okay.
had made sure to mark it on the travel map.
Mm.
That's further down southwest, and that roughly is going to be about a week travel there and a week travel back. Snipper Clips, I believe, or the Death Crab. That one, we probably could handle it in the near future. We just need a few preparations. I think the only thing we really need to go talk with some people on the coast or see if there's any documentation of or any further documentation that I haven't read up on that
Yeah.
elaborates on that, considering the fact that information, I mean, I've found information on books, considering I was able to find things. I imagine to some extent there's probably some info on what type of means it does to attack us. That's kind of the only thing. I mean, I know me and Sparky, given our trades of magics, we're a bit more limited in how much we get to do per day, and I think you're currently our main magic person here, and
Yeah, I mean, you could do a little.
I can do a little bit, but
Honestly, we're gonna have to teach you how to control it, but
yeah, but
it's
as
something.
he says he can do very little magic at this point. Bolt just kind of at this point landing on Gizmo's head. Just like
Also, he is so cute.
thank you.
He's the cutest little thing. What does that mean?
Gizmo just kind of looks, like, eyes just look up, Bolt looks down, both simultaneously, shrug. I'm still kind of figuring that out. I mean, I am able to make him, and the little bit I understand of what my thought process of making him, he understands us. Well, he mainly understands me, but he can understand us. He just can't really talk. And he just kind of nods at that. It's just like, the fact that he's making noises at all is kind of interesting, but
It's
not
impressive.
exactly sure. Thank you.
He's a neat little guy.
I put some other special things inside for in case of emergencies or abilities that should help him out for standard processes and such, but it pretty much, he is, the little bit I understand of it, he is pretty much tied to me. If I were to kick a bucket and such, he would also kind of join in suit.
Oh no. Well, that
Yeah.
makes sense though.
But he's got some tricks, and again, immediately upon hearing that, Bolt's little, like, his mouth kind of opens, and, like, a small little, like, a very, very, very rustic-looking, like, small cannon, and just this little hum sound just... No! No! Not here! No. And just goes back in and just... He also can defend himself, which that'll be interesting to see.
Honestly, pretty good though. That'd be helpful.
Hopefully. I mean,
Depending
the little
on
bit
how
of
strong that little cannon is.
I mean, it can do a little bit, but the biggest thing I should be able to do, which Gizmo will kind of like show an example to Soul, like, Bolt, end of the counter real quick. And just hovers over to the end of the counter, and Gizmo will kind of like, making sure he's visible. Gizmo will kind of like, with his glove and how like he sees artificer craft, he will kind of like pulling out some medical syringes and kind of like twisting it around the arm, or like kind of tapping into the shield that he has still on his one arm, and kind of like twisting the rim, kind of pulling like a little control panel a little bit, and kind of like pulling some things. You would actually see at the very end of the table, as like Gizmo's kind of doing this and like programming it in, you'll actually see that Bolt is like, he holds up his hands and his hands are glowing a little bit, just and just gives 2 thumbs up, and then ends up coming back as Gizmo cancels what he's doing and like slides the shield back, or the little rim back into place.
I'm getting very much Yu-Gi-Oh vibes, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining this thing on his arm.
It's a dual disc shield. No, it's just a very, like, it's a very Tinker shield, but I do appreciate the thought.
Oh yeah.
Well, if doing that's anything, I should be able to channel my mechanical. He should be able to act as a little bit of a ranged healer while I have magic, though that is still limited to how much I can cast, so I mean, yeah.
That's helpful though. So if I ever get exhausted, that's great.
Needed.
I know it'd probably be a last resort, but
yeah. I mean, the good thing is I've got to train him from some other things, but he is capable of being quiet and actually has better eyesight than I do, which is ironic.
I mean, you do wear goggles. 4 eyes.
Ironically, these were given to me as a gift, but I have grown to get used to them, so... fair. Well, I am unsure what... I guess we're just kind of looking up to Grotz and Sparky, probably. Sparky just fiddling with some rocks, and Grotz probably... probably
Grotz being Grotz.
I'm unsure what these two are wanting to do, but they look probably tired from all of the day.
They do.
I mean, we did kind of pull a strange all-nighter. I do.
Well, you went to sleep. Grotz and I, they kind of stayed up.
Yeah, I noticed that. You caught really, really large fish. Honestly, for people learning their first times, granted, you did get rather lucky finding. We did get rather lucky finding all that equipment, and Gary being rather nice. So.
Yeah, I did find a box of potatoes. That was the most helpful.
But currently, I do need to go check a library for a book. Gizmo will kind of pull out the amber stone and we'll click it and just as it kind of once again shows the blurred but somewhat visible like constellation of an animal figure. Just wanting
Oh,
to
that's
see about
interesting.
wanting to get a book to see if I can help get some ideas with this, as I think I might be able to do something soon with the piece I've had, or the cog, but I've got
Yeah,
to
I
first
kind of wanted to
figure it
know
out.
more about go read up on the halflings a little, just because if that's our next target, then we
That
gotta
might
get prepped.
be its question. I'm pretty
Well,
sure
yeah,
books on that, unfortunately.
we don't.
They
Not even the
kind of
library?
are they kind of are outer world races. I mean, I've not really heard of them until outside of hearing it from Glitz and such.
They, but they've got to have at least something.
There might be people with trade information that have done it, but
Hmm.
they've probably not been out this far to us.
I know, we're really far out.
I'm unsure how much is really stocked up on that, but that might be something we have to go ask Glitz. And honestly, part of me wants to go ask, another part of me doesn't.
Yeah.
Gizmo will look to the bartender. Is Glitz in currently?
Doesn't he live downstairs?
Yes, but he has traveled before without word of notice.
Hmm.
Well, I guess while they check at the moment.
Yeah, I really didn't want to go down there by myself.
Probably best you don't with previous interactions.
Yeah.
Well, I know currently, Gizmo kind of like looking at it, the little, or his chest, which he did pick up from when he got up from over yonder. I know I need to, get used to this. This will probably come handy, but I, money unfortunately does not seem to stay long in my hands. It is
Yeah,
the amount of things I need to build.
you like to spend it at, like almost as soon as you get it almost.
I mean, I do need to be able to make things and resources and all of
Well,
that.
you're true. I'm just saying.
I do like shinies, but I also understand there is probably a bit more helping items, such as like Gizmo kind of like adjust the aviator goggles and just. I mean, getting this upgraded was rather nice and such, but
Oh yeah.
might allow me to try to think of some other stuff for preparations and all of that. But hopefully, future jobs I can keep some more cash in pocket. But
I mean, but in the meantime, if you need any cash, I have some.
I appreciate
I
that.
have quite a bit.
Yeah, I could imagine with selling off your profits from or you and Grants, but
Mm.
uh, I may ask soonish, since probably won't need it for future use, but down the road I might need to with making my mechanical idea, I might need some assistance with the first building of it.
Oh yeah, no problem. Especially if you need any like mason work, I got you, dude.
Mm.
Didn't learn that shit from my dad for nothing.
Yeah. If you're saying anything at the moment, Bart, I don't think or you may or may not be muted or something.
Yeah, we kind of.
Yeah, not at the moment.
So DM's out, no rules.
There we go.
Damn it.
Oof.
Huh? I didn't hear any of that. That was so muffled.
Yeah, it was a little bit muffled. Yeah.
All I heard was hand placed upon someone's shoulder.
Okay, how about now?
There we go. There's
That is 10 times better.
yeah. There's the quality. It's returned.
Sorry about that.
All good.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, I said that as you were talking, each of you will feel a hand placed on your shoulder.
Huh. Okay.
You feel that too, right? Is someone touching my shoulder too? Your shoulder too?
Gizmo sees that our bolt is like messing around in front of Soul. Yeah, I do, and it's not the little one.
Yeah, obviously. I kind of thought it was at first, but obviously it's not. I guess I turn around to see who it is. I'm
Same.
very scared.
Gizmo should also be turning around.
Alright, you shall see a very handsome looking, flamboyant looking, man.
I understand.
A handsome, flamboyant man.
Yes, a
Got
handsome,
it.
flamboyant man.
Fuck! No! I'm sorry. Who the hell are you?
Hello there.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. I hear that you wanted to speak with me.
No fucking way. That's not him.
Immediately,
not him.
Gizmo, like the cogs just click. It's like, yeah, no, this is about right for the power you wield. Hello, Glitz.
Oh, fucking shit.
I
Gizmo
figured
immediately
instead of you
appears.
coming to me, I figured I'd come to you this time.
Yeah, and scare the shit out of us?
I mean, you know, he could have done worse, truthfully.
He could have. He honestly could have, but this is a new.
Ah, that's where you went.
Well, off of our last job and current circumstances with continuing it, I had wanted to ask, given the current circumstances and things potentially being a bit trickier now, had wanted to ask if you had any information you would be willing to spare for assisting us in this cause, considering I'm kind of unsure we're gonna be able to do it as easily as before now that they're aware of most of us.
Yeah.
I see. Well, I did try to warn you on such things.
And that is fair. We did try to. What ended up happening was not our first job and intent. Unfortunately, looks to group, we're not exactly the stealthiest. Outside of the little one here, he's kind of not involved in that.
Be right back.
Oh, good.
Alright, no issue. Why did he have to choose male Esmeralda? Why? Why?
I mean, charismatic dragon. Makes some
I mean-
sense.
It fits, but I'm just like, why? Because he's hot.
Oh no, he's hot.
I was almost gonna have Soul do not. Yeah, Soul. I keep getting my characters mixed up today.
It's all good.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Well, I mean, there are magic you could potentially use to disguise yourselves and make yourselves look different if need be.
Hmm. Sparky does have a hat, but I think it only works for themselves currently, and the such.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, you should have enough money to at least, afford one of your own if you can find one.
Hmm. That is rather true in its own regard. I guess a question is something that would be more under your understanding, as you have a bit more experience with trade with a lot of different groups, I imagine. Outside of Gizmo kind of gets like a squinted look for a second and then kind of like he's kind of annoyed, but continues to work with it. Of outside of the hiree wanting what's done is done for the job, I imagine there are some other factions or maybe other races we could try to get the assistance of, as what we're trying to do, even if we do get the hats to learn a bit more about what we're doing. I don't think it's going to be a simple one-night thing like the previous one was. This might be a bit more challenging for us to do, considering, well, again, we don't really have the option of stealth.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of the other races that, if you're able to, be willing to help you. I believe that many of them are just as disgruntled as the others, concerning our new neighbors and all that.
Mm.
You're seeking for assistance with your continued work?
I mean, at the very least, for finishing up the current job from the from what you've asked of us,
Yeah.
I feel it would be fair to do that, but I'm not going to
Yeah, the
lie.
halfling.
This may be a request from myself. I don't know how the other three currently feel on it, but I definitely don't think I want to continue doing service with the unknown patron, if that is quite fair.
Me, I 100% agree. I'm not comfortable.
I also imagine you probably could have other things you probably have us interested in doing. I mean,
Well, it's not really you're looking for them, you're more looking for me, but
that is true, but as you said yourself, they're the one that's paying and the one that's requested the service of you.
Yep.
I
It's
see.
it's somewhat 50-50. And to be fair, and this is actually not an insult to you, if anything, it's the opposite. I would rather trust upfront deals with you than unknown figure that we have no understanding of.
So then, I take it you are then backing out of our original agreement then.
Gizmo will look over to Soul and just and the rest. I feel we're willing to finish it out. I mean, unless I'm wrong, but I think
I'm willing to.
future contracting probably
Yeah.
best way to put it. We would like to not be just goons or, the silent squad of you, considering, well, we're not really that, but more potential people you're interested of doing good deals or deals with, of like for requests and such. Actual
Okay,
mutual
so
trade in the sense, but for the current job, we're interested to finish it to, not leave a bad mark on you. As the other perspective, I understand this would affect you, so, and given that, you are what you are, don't need to anger
Oh
you.
no
or
no no
anything.
no no. no worries. If you are not able to do the work, then I will simply find someone else who can.
Mhm.
No, we'll finish it out, this one.
Well, but just know that if you ever feel the need to cancel the agreement, if the offer is there, I'm not going to uh, like be angry at you or anything. If you wish to stop while you're ahead, it is very dangerous work. I can understand that you wish to put your own safety above just your coin. Though I do assure you, you would get paid quite well, as I'm sure that you saw that just for dealing with that small village, you got paid quite well.
That is fair.
Yeah, very fair.
I just know that in the sense of, I definitely think the best way to put it, I guess, is a little bit of what I had said before of, I trust you more if you had personal requests or if you had needs of us to go do a job for you.
Well,
The whole external patron or the external hiree that's, which granted, in business, makes sense. But for what they're asking, I mean, I'm willing to do some chaotic things. Gizmo just like points to his shoulder as Bolt kind of like peeks his head out. As soon as Glitz has showed himself, Bolt immediately went back to Gizmo's collar, but just kind of waves and then like is just kind of like peeking out of his collar a little bit. I mean, I've made some. I'm willing to do volatile things, but given the options we have at the moment and what's the specifics of what we're needing to do, I mean, it is definitely tricky.
well, again, I am more than happy to assist you in the best I can. Unfortunately, most of my work is done through third parties. I don't particularly have anything myself that I have basically really required of any assistance with. Um, Anything that I personally need or need to have done, usually I take care of myself. Because those kind of things are usually things that only someone such as myself can really accomplish.
Yeah, that is fair enough.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
So, if you're asking further on for more work that is just between me and you and not a third party, uh, I can't really guarantee such things.
At the very least, not with the current person. Other people, I think
So this depends on what kind of work you're asking for. Then.
I think the best way to put it, things that are to the similar thing of what we're doing right now might be a little bit. I mean, down the road, we might be able to handle something like this a bit
Yeah.
more, with a bit more circumstantial, like.
Okay. So you're asking for
yeah,
something more simpler, more easier, maybe something to help gain some experience. Then.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I mean, we're capable, but I mean, for what we're currently dealing with, and again, I can understand if the views of the world are very different. I mean, it kind of has to be given the whole, Gizmo like points to himself, points to him, points to himself, and it, like as the camera, I imagine, points back. It's Bolt pointing to him as well, and points back to Glitz. Very different lives. It's a little daunting to do what we're doing on the scale we are, as I mean, we don't really have a ton of options to do it. On top of we got very little information to work off of. But going forward, it might just be more of a, we're okay with third-party things, but whoever the current person who is requesting this specific request, might want to avoid that, given, I mean,
Okay.
it's nothing on their fault and all of that. It's just the request is it's already a little gray, and the previous result, I mean, while I'm glad they're happy they got the money and, you know, all of that, and they got their satisfaction, it definitely, the idea
It's
and what ended up,
questionable.
it is questionable. Yeah.
He had us
Well,
decimate a town. I'm not about that.
Yeah.
I see.
But for other jobs, it probably will be okay. It's just, no offense, it's just the current contractor and the whole mystery of it and what we're doing doesn't sit super well. I mean,
Yeah, it would help if we knew the person.
I mean,
Maybe
I understand
or
why
maybe
not.
we met the third party. Maybe
I
know.
understand why not for this one, because again, this is this is exactly the kind of work you would want this to be. It's just,
Yeah.
given the fact that it doesn't go to them, it doesn't go to you, this all kind of falls on us. And I mean, considering I would rather live long enough to actually, you know, maybe have a bit more of a family, or, you know, not be hunted down, considering this, to a degree, falls on us. And I'd like to continue doing
Yeah.
business for you, and business for ourselves with you. If we keep doing the same thing we have done, that's gonna be rather tricky.
I suppose that's fair. But again, I did warn you of such things before we started.
No, absolutely. And what has
You
happened is on us.
absolutely
And
did.
that is, no way is that your fault. This is something that is off our blunder, and that is, again, no, I'm not asking money from this or like compensation. No, this is on us. And we understand that. I mean, that is business.
Well,
But
I can at least do what I can to at least assist you and such to try to get those that would come for your lives off of you. But there's only so much I can do in that regard.
no,
Um,
absolutely.
but if you're looking for other kinds of work, that is fine. There is plenty of other work I have available. Do know though that the employer that you're currently serving under, mutual third party, so to say, is not a patient man. They
Hmm.
expect results. I can buy you time, but they're gonna want something done sooner rather than later, so to speak.
Hmm. I mean,
Now, you say that you are willing to complete the contract.
we're willing to give it a
Yeah.
shot, yes.
Okay. As long as you're employed under the contract, they're going to be expecting you to complete the contract. You understand? The
Mhm.
last thing I want is for them to start coming after your life, because if they decide to come after your life, I can't really stop them.
No, and that is something I've pondered, given the the whole connections with you and the whole idea of that, which I have no understanding, truthfully, of. There is a lot that can be the unknown there, and that is, in its own self, a scary thought to think on. So, I understand that. We probably don't need a ludicrous amount of time. We just need to figure out what we're doing with it, considering it is such a large scale. I mean, the whole thing is they want town to leave, right?
Well, really, honestly, it's more of they just want to cause as much destruction and bloodshed as possible.
Ah,
Oh.
That's
gotcha.
what they want. I was trying to at least give you a bit more of a
Option.
easier task to complete, something that would really put you in the war path, so to speak.
We're
Yeah,
already there, dude. We're
that's
already there.
that's kind of appreciated. We're not fully there, but we are in a bit of a more. We're a
like
little bit.
halfway.
We're like halfway there.
Oh,
but
yes. I quite understand that. Which is what I was trying to hope to avoid, but unfortunately, you place yourselves in that sort of
situation.
correction. Now, again, I can try to do what I can to help you out of that situation, but it's going to take a lot of uh, palm greasing, so to speak.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you, you pretty much already have wanted posters out and about.
I'm
That's-
sorry, what?
That's not surprising.
Yes,
It's not, but that was quick.
well. So things like this move quickly, dear.
It has been a few days.
It has
Almost been a week.
Yeah, I forgot
Currently
about
your
that.
bounty is only 500 gold pieces, so you at least are currently just a small bounty, but it is out there.
Well,
So, at the time being, I would not be surprised if you had a few bounty hunters trying to track you down here and there.
Oh, fun.
yeah, given our first little assistance with the local town blacksmith, that's not gonna be great to hear, considering there were already some people a little bit peeved with us. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
Some
again,
people like us, though, thank God.
I can at least try to at least maybe have that removed. But of course, animosity towards you is still going to be there.
that's not gonna disappear.
Yes, it's not something I can really get rid of. Now, any bounty hunters that are currently after your head won't know that they're gone till either they come get a message about it or find out. So you might want to be careful, as it will take time for me to do this.
No, absolutely. And if they're already out some other part of the continent and things change, well, they might not be aware of that, because not everyone has magic that can instantly, flick of the wrist change things.
Uh-huh. Totally agree.
Well, that is good to know, and I appreciate that information, as that does help us decide. Well,
You're under my
probably
employ, but I am more than happy to give you any information that will help you.
We
After
might
all,
I might have to retract my statement on the job. We might have to, honestly, when it looks to Grot's probably like hammered, and then Sparky just doing his own thing. We might need to discuss this a bit more when we're not all exhausted or currently tired from previous de-stressing. But we will get back to you on that, and we'll let you know what is going on with that.
well then, if you do need other sources of work, feel free to talk to me. I have plenty of other jobs available. One of which probably would be of interest to you, Gizmo.
I'll keep that in mind.
But yes, is there anything else you wish to discuss?
I think that was the main one that I needed to really get you out for. So, I mean, outside of that, and gracing us with your time and all, I think that's honestly all I need at the moment. So, anything you?
For him to get the fuck away from me, that'd be great.
As usual, then. Understood.
Why are you so...
Why am I?
You're not going to
very
bite off your
conflicting to me
head,
right
dear.
now.
You don't have to be so fearful of me.
No, you're being very conflicting right now. Because look at yourself, and then I know who's inside that. So please go.
She's not used to the whole draconic.
No, I'm not. So please just like go. So I don't get conflicted.
Well, all right then. That's
I mean, I could take on another form if you wish for me to take on another form.
Just go back to the cellar and be a dragon. Be a horny dragon down there.
My, already commanding such power. Look at you. Gizmo just kind of says sarcastically.
Hey, well then.
Gizmo, I can punt you.
You may try. I am rather
Unfortunately,
heavy.
I have other business to attend to, so unfortunately I can't just return back and be a horny dragon down into my lair at the moment. But
No, yeah, you're just gonna go be a horny dragon somewhere else.
Don't mind her. Thank you for gracing us with your time, Blitz. Hopefully your other business goes well.
Yes. I'm not going to sit here and be pleased of what she is saying. She is correct.
I'm 100% correct.
But I'd rather be a horned dragon any day than a sad one.
That is a way of life, I suppose, and I can't really judge you for that.
Anyways,
Yeah,
I bid you
think that I'm
adieu.
agreeing with him.
See you next time we meet.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. As soon as he turns his back, I flip him off.
You really do like poking the bear, don't you?
I do. I love it. Why do you think I mess with Groth so much?
See, on that level, I can understand. Gizmo just kind of like...
Okay, you're going to flip the dragon off. Okay.
I mean,
when his back
yeah.
is turned.
You're doing a very dangerous game. And I don't
I
think it's
am.
one that is going to play off.
I'd rather him hate me than try and fuck me.
I don't think you would rather him hate you.
Or maybe not hate, but dislike.
I guess that's fair.
You confuse me at times, but you know what? Who am I to judge?
Says the man with a little blue thing on his shoulder.
Yes, but at least I made this and I understand how it works. To a degree.
Why can I not access people's sheets now at the moment?
Oh. Shit. Fuck.
This is where
We are
I can
almost
access you
2
guys'
hours
sheets.
in. Where are the other two?
I do not know. Sparky said, or Rafael said they were going to be a little bit later. They got held up with a bit more calls than they were expecting.
Okay. Alright, well, anyway. Okay. Soul.
Shit.
When you flip him off,
Oh god.
as he walks away, you're going to be drenched head to toe in very, very sticky alcohol.
Oh, God.
Oh god. Well, how come? Okay, bro, we gotta get this off of me before I light myself on fire.
Yeah.
Because this is one, this is absolutely disgusting. Two, I'm gonna be turning into a walking fireball.
Yeah, you might want to go take a shower quick. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna
Sparky
go do
seems to be
that.
not here. Well,
Yep.
have
sad.
fun.
I mean,
with that.
just be glad that's the only thing he did.
Yeah, no, I mean, poke the dragon, see what
I'm
happens.
very. I do poke the dragon.
Everyone else, we're playing with a lot of power. Soul, I am the one who knocks.
Yes, poke the dragon.
No, I don't knock. I storm in. Oh, she's gonna close that door. I can only imagine how long this shit is gonna take to get off.
That is, oof, yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun with that. Because we're just kind of like taps Grotz like on the standing on the seat, just taps Grotz. Yeah, you're gonna need rest, buddy. That's have fun with that. And we'll climb down in his little seat. Come on, Bolt. I've got one thing I need to do before we go. I sleep for the night. And Gizmo and Bolt, he's gonna go not for super long, but he is gonna go to visit the local library.
But yeah, it was just a simple mage hand. He's made a invisible hand, pick up one of the beers, and kind of just dumped it on her.
So, but I gotta get that out of my hair and gotta wash my clothes.
Indeed.
Alright, so yeah, while she's bathing, what would you like to do, Gizmo?
I want to try to see if I can go out and I don't know if they're open or not, but I want to see if I can go find the local library, as Gizmo has a bit of an interest to research an idea that he's been having with the Amber Stone.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, I don't have a map for that just yet.
It's okay if we just need it. It would just be really quick. It's just mainly just getting in, seeing for a specific book, and then Gizmo probably would be going back to the tavern for like reading it for the night.
Yeah, I got you. What would you be getting?
A book on general animals, like forest animals.
Okay, no worries. Could easily find something like that.
Yeah. Because the main thing you would probably be doing in like as a reference for like the librarian, I guess, is Gizmo would kind of show them the image of like and just kind of explain like I think this is some type of creature from the forests, but I'm not exactly 100% certain, as I'm not really used to everything that's up here. So I'd like to get a book to see if I can figure out what animal this is, as I'm have an interest of figuring it out. And yeah, pretty much just looking for the book of general like animals of the forest and seeing if you can figure out what it is.
Okay, what exactly are you looking for?
I mean, out of character, probably like, something on the lines of like wolf slash like fox like in design, like of like, detailed a detailed book on that. But
Okay.
Gizmo himself not fully certain of what the animal is, so just kind of like I don't really know the name or what, so general forest animals and what are considered forest animals, and he's gonna probably just end up reading the book to figure that out.
Okay.
Because he's more familiar with the Underdark stuff and like their siblings that are on the surface, and like he knows the concept of a wolf. He's just up until now he's not like he's a man of a craft. He's not had an interest in an animal, and now that he's had this weird like you've had an idea while you were crazy and high, and it's like you're interested in like seeing where it goes. You're now having to actually do that thing you've never done before, really, and it's like shit. Starting from the basics, where book would be good.
All right then. I would say then after 2 hours. Bored late enough for everybody to be heading home.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after a couple hours, Soul, you will be coming out of the bath clean and
Thank
refreshed.
God, I got all that shit off me. So what did you find in the library?
I imagine at this point, have I probably come back with a book, or
Probably, that's what I'm assuming.
this will probably be over at the table with Bolts just kind
I
of.
thought you were gonna
watching.
give him a chair.
He's shorter than I am. The chair would not do
I
him anything.
know. I really thought you were gonna give him a chair though. That would have been so cute.
To be fair, everything is his chair. He can sit on anyone, and it doesn't crush them, so it's good. It works.
Hmm.
When you're the size of a lizard, things just kind of work. Managed to locate a book on general animals and such, trying to cross-reference with the stone I've had to see if I can figure out an idea of what I'll be making when I actually attempt working on, as Gizmo will kind of like, he's probably had it on the table, he'll lift up the automaton heart and just, I'm had an idea of exploring my craft and such, and I mean, the little bit I understand from Mamulland is that, everyone does this differently, whether they focus on armor or whether they focus on themselves and such, or other things, and I don't know. I'm interested in the idea of trying to make somewhat a form of life that just. Bolt here was kind of the first attempt, and seeing that he's working and such, trying to go with the larger scale idea would be nice. But still kind of figuring out how all of that's gonna work.
Oh, that's really interesting, though.
Thank you. I mean, hopefully if I can get it working, it should be a little bit of an asset as, well, the little one here, he's more just kind of an assistant, really. I mean, he has the capability of defending himself, and I mean, I'm hoping Gizmo kind of like glares at Bolt, and Bolt's like looking like, what? I've not done anything yet, and I'm hoping you don't use that little bit of power I've given you irresponsibly.
Dude, let him.
But the one I'm hoping to make might be able to actually assist us in combat.
Oh.
Technically, it also could technically carry things for us as well, given the idea. But if I can accomplish that, I mean, I feel like I'd actually be able to have accomplished something with, finally, after these long years of trying to figure this out. So, but that is projecting and all that, and you can see Gizmo's just like, you'd probably be able to glance in his notebook of the parts that are not just straight up written in Draconic. You could just see like him comparing the book of animals, and like I think right now probably would be like given off of forest animals, probably on a squirrel, and it's like he's just like loosely sketched something, and he just like crosses it out like, what the fuck is with the point of this? Be just what? No, this is wrong. This is all wrong. And Gizmo is just kind of like in the whole product and figuring out stage, but kind of closes the book for now and closes his journal. And that's something that I'm gonna have to figure out going forward. But I've never really asked, and I don't think we've ever really had the opportunity to talk it out. What are all your goals in all of this? I mean, I actually know very little about you. Less than Sparky, actually, and that's saying much.
Really?
I don't know much about avian
We know
friend.
like nothing about. Oh, true.
I know a little bit. With a little bit of the fishing time we done before you had shown up, we got to talk a little, but
Oh, okay.
there's definitely still more I would like to learn from that. And I'm sure the same could be said of why I've, been traveling with the big lug, but I think
Yeah,
we've
I'm still
actually had the
questioning
least
you on
time
the
to
big lug.
talk.
I still question you a lot on the big lug. Not gonna lie.
Hey, that is an interesting.
He's a lovable lug. I didn't say that, but
It's an interesting relationship, I guess, of how we came to know each other and such. I mean, in a sense, he prevented me from dying when I first came up to the surface.
oh, okay. That makes a lot.
It was from his own family, but they kind of didn't really know.
Oh,
They didn't really know about kobolds and all of that. They do now. I mean, I'm still kicking, and they're definitely a lot more friendly to kobolds now. But it was kind of just misunderstanding, and that kind of tends to be how it is.
yeah. That's how it normally goes.
But Gratz and I go back for a chunk of things. I mean, we've done a lot. He's definitely interesting and curious is the best way to put it, but he does have good ideas. I mean, it's kind of how,
Sometimes, yeah, he does.
yeah, but and I've gotten to know Sparky a little bit for the little bit we've chatted, but
Yeah,
ironically, I don't think we've actually gotten to as Gizmo just kind of like puts up like his three fingers and just kind of like his two main fingers, air quotes. I don't think we've gotten to really hang out so much.
no, I don't, honestly, I don't think we have either.
Mm. Well, is there anything you would
But
like to know, or same, I guess, on my end of I don't really know your motivations for being traveling with us and well, what keeps you going? I mean, I know a recent job shook you up, and I can understand.
yeah, yeah, just reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. So no, uh,
Mm,
no, it just shook me up because similar thing happened to my village a while ago, like when I
mm,
was little. So
mm.
it was not too fun, honestly.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that because from another perspective, where the same thing that happened to flu are the causes of it. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's a lot, but no, I honestly I'm just trying to find out who I am, I guess, as a cleric. I don't really have any big motivations right now
Hmm, fair enough.
because I mean neither of my parents were, so it just kind of fell into my lap, I guess.
Hmm, fair enough. Hmm.
So actually, I've always wanted to know what's the underground like.
Gizmo immediately just like super quick cinema film of like the good, the and a lot of the bad.
The
It's
good, the bad, and the ugly.
yeah, just it is definitely a place that not a lot of people would ordinarily want to go. It is it is definitely its own environment, but there
Yeah, I'm
is
sure.
there is definitely a different of culture, that is for certain. I mean, when I first came up with Grotz, that was definitely a eye opener of how things worked. I mean, it literally took me 2 years to understand the point of currency. That was fun,
Oh yeah, that take currency takes forever.
especially when I dealt with gems mainly. I mean, that was kind of more the
Oh
thing we
yeah.
dealt with. That was the thing we understood. The point of weaker metallic coins and all of that. That was a bit jarring, but eventually I grew the idea. And I mean, they glisten and they're pretty in their own right.
Honestly, it's confusing for anybody first learning. Trust me.
Yeah, I've come to learn that.
Var will speak up. I'm about to turn in for the night. You need anything before I head to bed?
Uh,
Oh,
I
I'm
should be
good.
good. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to drink after last time.
Well then, just don't make a mess of the place.
We'll try not to.
We won't. Can't promise the big lug.
Yeah.
But he looks pretty out, so I think we're good.
Yeah, no, that. When he gets like that, it's hard waking him up.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it must take a lot for him to go under.
Sometimes it's 50-50. Sometimes he wakes up in the middle of the night, gotta go to the bathroom, then goes back to bed. Other times, raging things could be happening outside and chaos could be going off, and, unless you wake him up, he might be out cold. It's kind of 50-50. I mean, it's always an interesting experience. Let's just put it that way.
I'm sure it is with that one.
I'm gonna refresh real quick.
Oh, good.
Good. We're good.
I know Foundry recently got or it was like getting an update, and it was for a lot of module stuff. It might cause some problems if you've like updated or Foundry. I think I'd heard of that was this morning when I was checking stuff on.
Yeah, I did update Boundary. I can't drag anything onto the board or anything. That's the problem.
Yeah, that might have been it then, because I was seeing stuff of like don't update for a while because a lot of them our modules might not work with the new version for now. But yeah. Yeah, no, I mean there's definitely a lot that I've experienced, and I mean I doubt there's probably a few older than me of my kind that I'll be meeting anytime soon. I mean,
Well,
You never know,
hopefully
though.
that will not fuck with too much then. Yeah.
yeah, hopefully not.
Because I have no way of adding things then.
Oh no.
Oof.
How are
I
we gonna
can't.
see Gleam?
Yeah, I can't. Well, Glib's still there. I just can't add new actors or stuff if it won't let me.
Oh,
Oh, how weird. Hopefully we can figure out something to get around that.
that's odd.
Yeah. Hmm. I imagine Gizmo's probably closed up all of his stuff, and Bolt probably was being interested in what Gizmo was doing now that he's not doing anything outside of talking with Soul. Probably is like, if there was an empty mug on the table, is now probably hopped in the mug for fun.
Can I pick up said mug and mess with him a little bit?
I mean, he's his own little guy, so I mean, yeah.
He is the tick of Chaos Brewing. I can already tell. Little guy, I wouldn't go in there. You know how many germs are probably in that?
He shrugs like he doesn't understand.
Bad, gross, little tiny things in mug. Bad.
He immediately looks down to see if he sees them.
No. Oh gosh. Bolt, you can't see him, dude.
As he'll get out and just kind of like Gizmo just is like, yeah, okay. Gizmo will just open his chest and pull like a cleaning cloth and start like kind of rubbing down to make sure he starts getting clean. And weirdly, Bolt kind of just looks smug, like, yes, I'm getting pets now. Haha, I've won. Higher intelligence for you might have been a mistake. As he just kind of smirks, just like
he already knows what he's doing. But I mean, can you blame him though? He's the cutest little guy, and I like give him head pats.
Yeah, I mean, that he is. Little companion to have around to help hopefully relieve stress and all of that. I mean, hopefully I can try to teach him how to assist with crafting and all that. Might allow us to do more. Speaking of which, I need to
Yeah.
figure out that whole anchor idea I had with Grotz, but that's probably gonna be a tomorrow thing.
Oh, for the fishing pool?
Not for the fishing pole itself, for the remainder of the adamantite we've got.
Oh, okay.
That shark you two had caught up, I had an idea to make him something similar to what that fishing rod does, but something he could use more with his strength, and well, if we make it out of the adamantite, at least in theory, it could still be enchanted, but it would be really good against buildings if ever we needed that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's still gotta work on the blueprinting of it then. Hopefully. But uh, you had said you would kind of just come into the into your power with the whole divine and all of that, right?
Well, since I was a kid, but it was very weird. No one in my village had any kind of thing like it. So
Hmm.
they were all basically like stoneworkers or smiths. It was kind of like a working village, really.
Okay. I can somewhat understand that. I mean, it's been a while since I've made any, but I used to do a lot of trap making for my clutch and such, because when
And
you
yeah,
don't,
that's the Kobold specialty, isn't it?
it tends to be, yeah. We tend to like a little bit of utilities in terms of taking down bigger creatures, since I mean, we could all rush it, but most of us aren't really all that whole. We're not exactly what most people would call durable. So having to think
Well,
of outside of the box
yeah.
ideas tend to be. I'm a little bit of an outlier there, but that's also because I've done the work to do so. But
You've also lived with grots.
that I have. He
You
looks
have to
down,
be durable to live with grots.
looks down, petting, kind of like wiping off Bolt. That I have. Um, yeah, probably should try to practice and see if I can make some new types of traps. See if I can do anything like that or study that. I mean, I imagine if we're gonna be traveling to go take care of other things, we're gonna probably want to keep a watch out at night, because knowing now there's a bounty, the fact that we already pissed off kind of an ex-mercenary group that probably is also very much in the same business we are, on top of now what we have to deal with. Yeah, we're probably.
Yeah, remind me not to run into the monkey, by the way, now because of the bounty. Just saying.
You know, that is a point. That is a. That
I'd
is a
rather
point.
not deal with the angry monkey.
I mean, hopefully at this point it's been a few weeks at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he's
hopefully they've
forgotten
recovered,
about it.
but
Meanwhile, in the background, I play the Gygax.
I was also gonna say
No!
meanwhile in the background in a random alleyway, Yamchapo's dead. Got mugged, nobody knows.
Monkey just has the death note. You just hear da da.
Oh Lord. Revenge of the Monkey.
Yes. He's the big bad evil guy.
My God. Eh, yeah, no, there's a lot to consider with that. I mean, with the whole job thing, I genuinely don't know, because an entire town with walls that's fortified now knows of us, and we're not exactly quiet. Not gonna lie, I don't even really know what we would do to not just be violent. I mean,
there's other villages further away that you might be able to go to.
I mean,
yeah.
I am quieter. I am quieter, a lot quieter now.
That is fair. But we do still got our chain and I mean, I've got the assistance of this little one. But
Yeah, we do.
at the same time, I don't know, it is tricky, because I mean, I've had the idea of if they have something, if they have any type of underneath, but below their city and such, we could do something with that maybe for getting around, but at the same time, I don't really know again what we're doing. Because outside of like causing, pandemonium and outright attacking them and trying to, pull other forces in or seeing if we can get the assistance of other people to do something that is violent. Again, to not repeat what we did, I don't really know if there is a way directly to us. I mean, we might not have the right skill set for this.
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean,
hopefully we can confer more with Sparky and Grotz when they're not tired, but I don't know. They might need to end up taking Glitz on the offer of time to do some other things and seeing if some other people who might be more kitted for it. I mean, I'm down for a good round of chaos and all of that. But our skill sets might be a little bit better with something else. I mean, if we had a way to get into the city and figure out something that would disrupt them to the core to get them to move, that would be great. But we don't. Not to mention, we're also currently wanted, and they probably know what most of us look like. So, and if whoever the hiree is wanting us to do that relatively quicker rather than later, the long approach that might be more what we're capable of doesn't fully seem on the table, and I don't want to put too much problem on Glitz since it did seem a little bit like it was a tricky dealing already.
Yeah.
I don't know. Might be something we have to talk about more down the road.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that one.
Well, is there anything you're wanting to do right now, since we're still in town, or anything you'd like to try to do for preparations of anything? I mean...
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, I'm pretty geared up right now.
Fair enough.
I mean, I have all my spells, plus I have healing potion, I have a greater renewal potion. I have my rock. Most important
yes,
thing.
ever important. Very.
The rock.
Rock of detection.
And I have my boots, and I have a cape. I mean, I think I'm good right now.
Fair enough. For current things we've got, I mean, looking into some research on a old super crab might be worth an idea.
Oh, I didn't even think about the crab.
Yeah,
snipper clips.
Snipper clips, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew about it from fishing tales and all that from people I've done fishing with previously. But
yeah. Is it
not
just one, or is it like a whole species?
from what I understand. I mean, well, there probably is a species, but from what I understand of what the current problem is, creature from the water elemental plane slipped into our plane and is now designated an area as its territory.
Oh.
That's the
Well,
current
I'm
thing
not
that
gonna
I
need
know,
any
and
help.
well, no,
Well,
there is a good
with my
chance that you
fire at
might.
least.
Well, that's kind of the thing that I was trying to say of like, I know the loose rumors of it, and like standard conventional ships can't really deal with it, but I think that might be a case of things that aren't enchanted might not work on it kind of idea.
Mm.
I know the rumors, and that does help a good chunk of what we're facing, but I think if we're to go after that, we might need to actually, go talk with some people who have been on the coast and such and have heard of such thing as. I think honestly, a lot of what we might need to prepare for that one, outside of maybe getting a smidge stronger, I would like to have the mechanical. I'd like to have this steel friend idea maybe running when we do that, but if
Yeah.
I think the big thing to learn of is how it fights. Because if it fights underwater, then yes, you are going to struggle with no fire. I will as well.
Yeah. And
Considering
we're gonna need water breathing ship.
and a way to
And I
move
don't
under.
have any of
And the two
that.
of us are going to need a way to magically move underwater. Considering
Yeah.
looks at chainmail on both of us. Yeah, we're not moving easy underwater. However,
No, we're not.
if the crab, jumps on the ship and then fights us mano a mano, that's a different story. Or if it fights off of close by, like, land. I mean, again, we don't really know how it fights. The only thing I can really come to a conclusion is we might need magic, but most of us have that now. And
Yeah.
it's very lethal close-wise, but that doesn't really tell us how it does it. So getting that information might be nice. In terms of other things, we've got the potions for minks. We've got that crest situation that Grotz had picked up
Oh
from
yeah.
his girlfriend. That one might be interesting to go check on Mapmaker to see where that
It
location
would be,
is.
yeah.
Because that does sound
Yeah.
interesting. They would supposedly we would be paid decently for it, and
And that seems easy enough.
yeah. I mean that does seem a little bit up my alley. Of I could prepare some things and learn of what it's doing, but we'd kind of
Yeah,
have to
me
figure
too.
out where we're going for that one.
Yeah.
And outside of
Depends on
that,
how far.
there's the whole thing with the main job. But
Yeah. Don't remind me.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'd love to say we could try to go sneak out and could try to go do the thing with the plants, but if there are bounty hunters, probably don't want to leave without the other two.
Yeah. Especially Grotz.
Yeah, especially if it's a rematch of against our prior visitors. So
Hmm.
that might be best saved for otherwise. So I don't know. I can guess while we're waiting, I can try to figure out more on the animal aspect of what I'm trying to research, and I can maybe
Yeah, if
try
you
to
need
train
any
this
help,
little
let me
one how to
know.
craft. Indeed. I had noticed earlier today Soul was actually sitting here, so he was rather close to us.
Who?
Not Soul, sorry. Let me look up the names of NPCs.
Gleam?
Gleam, yes, thank you. Gleam
My
was
guy?
actually,
Yeah.
yeah, he was rather close earlier.
Yeah, I didn't want him seeing me the way I was.
That's fair, but
Besides, I was more invested with what you were doing with Mrs. Flu over there.
I mean, I was curious, and since you were so curious about the note thing, I have to confess.
I'm sorry. I was too curious.
No, I mean, you seem to be
I'm
into
a
the
little
whole.
nosy.
I mean, hey, that's everyone's got their thing. Though I've now at least confirmed an aspect of it, and I'm now a little bit more confused. Because she
What
wasn't the one.
aspect did you?
I had originally thought Flu was the one to send me the note from Gary.
She wasn't?
Well,
Wait, but she was just right over there.
Given what I found out from talking with her, no.
But
Because she had
was
asked
bright
why
red
I
when
was.
talking to you.
I mean, there's a chance there's something there. I don't really know, but
I'm
I
just
also
saying,
think
she was
she might be
bright
just
red.
someone that was, needing a friend. But
I mean, maybe.
my confusion now, though, is if it wasn't her, which I'd initially had a hunch it was, if it's not her,
Yeah, that's who I
then
thought.
who?
Well, let's think. Who else was in the bar that day? It was our group, Gleam, Gary, the satyr girl who Sparky played a board game with, the bird lady,
Yes,
the couple.
which they would already. The
Yeah,
wife seems to be
unless
thankful.
they're
The
poly.
husband seemed a little bit shy.
Yeah.
Like, I guess embarrassed would be
think,
the proper wording.
and I think that was it.
Well, it's not the Anakakron. I mean, given off of what was in the note, I mean, probably wasn't the couple. Gary said was from someone else, so I mean, unless it was for Gary, but the way it sounded was they were handling it for someone else. So probably not Gary, probably not the Anakakra, and probably not the couple. So I mean, Gizmo just kind of like raises an eyebrow, like the Sata, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. You know, I know it sounds really weird, but you know who else it could have been? I don't know if Gary goes to the potion shop, but maybe it could have been Minx. I know it's a really far stretch.
I don't know.
It's a far stretch.
I mean, there's no telling how many people Gary knows, so
yeah, I don't know.
That is
we
definitely.
We haven't met that many people, unless it was the bartender.
No, that's Glitz's territory. I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think that's going anywhere.
100% Glitz.
And I mean, Glitz. I don't think Glitz would be the one to be doing that kind of a coy thing.
No,
I mean,
he would not do that child stuff.
He wouldn't be hiding it. He would very much be upfront.
That's why I thought it was Flu, though, because she's so shy.
Kind of the same thing. That's who my initial hunch was. I mean, Gary does go a little bit out of town, and maybe it's one of the kobolds from the bar.
I didn't even think
that was a little ways away, though. Given that Grotz and you were struggling, probably not. But they could come out. Again, I don't know. That one's a stretch.
I mean, the barkeep there really liked you. Like, was really fond of you, I mean.
Gizmo kind of like thinks on it for a second. They also liked the shinies. And that's kind of anyone in my society.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but that one's a little bit out of the way. I don't know. That's Gizmo probably finishing getting Bolt clean at this point, and he's just like Bolt has just kind of been like sitting in like the thinker pose, even though again he does not really understand what's going on. He's just trying to contribute. And Gizmo's just like, I don't really know.
You're doing good, bud.
Looks down, and he's just trying.
He's trying his best.
That he is, and it is appreciated. Hopefully, you can pick up tool working and such. I mean, that would be handy. Bolt just looks at him, blinks, like what, and then just continues thinking. But I don't know. It's curious, but I don't know. I mean, I did put back if they would be interested to reply or come chat with me. So I mean. When it comes to fruition,
yes, and you didn't know who it was.
It was a simplistic enough question that it was the question of, do you like me? And I had put yes with a question of,
Oh, okay.
would be more interested to further chat about it. So, kind of
Okay.
yes, kind of a bit of no. There wasn't really an option, so
It
create
was
a third.
an
It was I'd be interested, and also in the mindset of thinking it was flu, but I also wouldn't be against it being anyone else. I mean, who knows? Just because I'm a kobold doesn't mean I have to exclusively date someone that is one. So I mean, anything's possible there. But I'm interested in that. But I've not really had much contact. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to wrap my head around that. But
Yeah, we'll ponder it.
It's the mystery of the century.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that regard, it is getting rather late, and we're already a little messed up in the sleep schedule. So
Yeah, I'm gonna try and fix that shit.
yeah, probably for the best. Well, Gizmo kind of stands up as Bolt kind of gets back up into Gizmo's collar. Time with the fun thing of getting him into bed, because I don't need him having back problems again.
Do you want help?
With grots, it'd be appreciated.
Yep, gotcha, dude.
So, Gizmo shall try to... Yeah, that's working. Bragging is not working. That works. Back to this.
Yeah, we would like to attempt to move Grots.
Yeah, trying to get Grotz up would be nice to at least get him up to his a room to have him sleep in a bed.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you don't really need to do that. I'll assume that you drag him up there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to basically unmark all the modules that are no longer compatible. So this may reset, but just let you know.
All good.
Just trying to see if it will help fix things.
Yeah. It's all good. I might have to exit and re-look or go back in anyways because it's acting a little funky on my end, so it's all good.
Hey, Rafael joined.
Hey, I might be getting them.
Rafi!
Finally coming in, huh?
Where's Ayevik?
They are long deceased, dead, forgotten to this world.
Man, no call, no show.
Sometimes you need your sleep. Look, he got really in character with Grotz being tired, and then it just became a reality.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I've been like eating smart food this whole time.
Hey, it's perfectly fine.
I got hungry. Raph!
Hello.
Welcome.
Hey!
My bad.
It's all good. Life happens.
We
Yeah, we
haven't
got
done
it
I
much.
can't add actors to the scene. I can't add anything.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That ain't good.
I am hoping I'm not going to have to take everything out.
Ooh, that would kind of suck.
Yeah. You've not missed too much in terms of what we've been doing. We've kind of been just having tavern RP pretty much.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Gizmo
We had to drag Grots upstairs.
Yeah, Gizmo had ended up chatting it up with Flu a little bit and such, and learned a little bit of some stuff about them and about a unknown genocidal hunter of sorts that have been going around and hunting that have been going around and actually like hunting down kobolds.
Kobold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and apparently she was a victim of that and managed to barely get out. So learned a little bit in that regard, and
Drama.
yeah, we also learned that she was not the one to slip me the note to Gary to sign. So there's that.
That makes me so sad.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm a lover of love.
No, it's good. It's good.
outside of that, just some
Lover of love.
outside of that, just me trying to integrate having Bolt around and doing some cutesy animal companion things. But yeah, you've not missed too much.
That's
We
good,
did
man.
team bonding, basically.
Kinda.
Team bonding.
Yeah.
I guess you should tell, but your discussion with Glitz as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
we did.
yeah.
We did have a chat
Guy.
with Glitz about what what the circumstances are, how we're feeling about the job, and kind of that. And characters learned some aspects of it that we weren't really privy to, but we now know. And I mean, we at least now know we're not forced to do the job. And honestly, kind of just been like at least for the two of us, and kind of like we need to discuss with the team. We've been lightly discussing that, but aside of that, not a ton has fully happened.
I got drenched in ale.
Yes,
You got drenched in ale? How did that happen?
she flipped
I
off
flipped
Glitz.
off Glitz.
God. I'm starting to see a pattern.
She poked the dragon. The dragon poked back.
The dragon poked. Starting to see a pattern with you and going to Glitz. It never ends well.
Yeah.
No, I know. Actually, no, we didn't go to him. He came to us.
He did.
Oh, that
He
changes
came-
everything.
He came up here with the human disguise.
He showed up as human Esmeralda.
Yes.
Not that.
Oh,
my
really?
God.
Yeah.
Like male Esmeralda, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Glitz will glitz, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you joined, I guess, at a good time though, because we pretty much were getting Grotz up to bed because we didn't want you. We would get you both up there, but we didn't want you two passing out on the counter.
Fair.
Yeah.
I assume he was drinking heavily.
That was the last implication that happened when they were last around. So yeah, probably conked out. But yeah,
Is that the little pixel art you did for your little guy?
yeah,
Alright,
Yeah, he's adorable.
yeah. Got his sheet and all that properly done, and he's been interacting a little bit.
Yep. They just had themselves a sleep. So it is currently 7:44 in the morning.
Yep, and I do not. We lose our free temp HP we got from the food that you had previously
Oh,
made.
the food. Oh, that's true. The 1 HP.
Yeah, sad.
Very sad.
Damn. That 1 HP.
Hey, that bumps me to 25. 25 HP.
It bumped me to 25 too.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will, on my character sheet, mark my glasses recharged.
Oh yeah, we can use the goggles again.
Yeah. I have multiple charges of it. They come back every day.
Mm.
Well, I imagine probably in the morning. Gizmo's probably after waking up after his rest and such, probably gets dressed, all of that, make sure he's good, and goes to check where Bolt last was in the morning, sees that Bolt literally, because he's autonomous and he can't sleep, technically. So, I mean, unless I turn him off manually, he's just been messing about. And Gizmo probably would have him come back to his collar and probably go down to the bar, where he is probably now, to kind of further try to read a little bit on the book he picked up from the library.
Yeah, Raph, you're feel free to come in at any time. Like,
Okay, yeah, I mean, if they're doing stuff, I'll probably wake up as well and join them downstairs.
Yep. Morning, Sparky.
Morning. How's it going with friend? Points at the little guy.
Bolt sees you do that and kind of mimics pointing back at you and then waves. He's doing well. Realized he doesn't need sleep, so he kind of just does his own thing at night. That's interesting, but
That's
could be
kind of
handy.
scary, though.
I mean, given that he's metallic and made of gears and such and magic, I mean, he's free to ponder, but it could be handy for keeping. Or I mean, probably not solely him, but it could help for a little bit of extra someone keeping an eye out at night.
Like a guard watch.
Yeah, which, by the way, speaking of which, because you were a little bit out of it when Glitz was talking with us later yesterday, we're gonna have to probably keep an eye out for while we're traveling, because, yeah, a little stunt at the town, we have bounties now. So,
Yes.
Glitz is gonna be working on that to hopefully reduce that, but, yeah, that's not the grape we have caused is definitely not going away.
Yeah, right now we're worth 500 gold.
Oh, that's
I
good.
don't know if that's each of us are worth 500 or the whole group, but
Unknown with that one, but yeah, if we travel out, especially near that town, yeah, we might have to
yeah,
keep an eye out
we're
at
a little
night.
fucked.
I mean, we talked with Glitz about the idea of trying to maybe do some other jobs and getting some idea to look into other options, and they were very open with it. And honestly, from the sounds of it, we do have the choice. And I mean, given what we know now from having talked with him, it probably would be a better idea to do that than try to finish the job to some degree. But again, we'll probably want to have Grotz around to fully decide it. But when we get about to doing that, I mean, there's a chance we could still do it. You do have your fancy hat, but without, given we don't want to repeat what we did, but for what the job requires, it kind of, the only real genuine solutions to do it, especially since the hiree wants it done quicker rather than later. I mean, it's not pretty, and honestly, I don't know.
I understand. It's dirty work.
Yeah, that it is.
We should wait for Grotz. For
Indeed,
that,
that's why it's no deciding of anything.
any plans for now?
Well, I mean, while we're waiting for the idea of having to consult with Grotz and such on the main thing, and what we're doing for all of that, I mean, there is the side jobs we've got as options. I've been doing a little bit of research for Gizmo will kind of pull out the amber stone and show it to Sparky. Been trying to do a little bit of research into what I'm doing with the whole weird thing I did while I was high. Trying to figure that out, but I need some more time on that. Outside of that, I mean, I have the idea we could probably go do a side job, but I don't know. Again, that kind of comes into certain things with jobbing, but I mean, Grotz probably is okay with whatever we'll do, but I mean, I'm at least of the consensus of we'll probably want to do something else, but I don't know. I mean, there is the option of doing the request from Minx, since they have been waiting for that for a little while. And in comparison to the other job of trying to figure out that crest, or that weird animated crest, while I am admittedly rather interested in it, I do think we probably should have Grotz for that, just in case, since we don't really know yet where we're traveling. I mean, we could go check a map maker to see if, or someone who knows places, and see if they know where that inn is. Says that is kind of part of the problem of we don't really know where we're going for that. But we could go do the bit of the request from Minx to go get the jungle materials. There is also going to a coastal part, or the coastal area, and seeing about following up on the whole death crab and figuring stuff out on that.
Yes, the crab.
There is some aspects of that we don't know, and I mean, thinking on it, it doesn't realistically sound too far out of the reach of what's possible. It's just there is definitely things we don't know, and even if we can't learn absolutely everything, because I imagine we're not going to be able to get a dictionary on the thing, getting some idea of what we're dealing with to at least get some things to prepare could be useful. I mean, I know Mamoland I was eyeing it in the idea of knowing of Super Crab. I had seen that vest that he had there. There's a leather vest he had. I was eyeing it a few times. That could probably pretty good. He also had a talisman that literally just by having it around your neck, you can breathe underwater and speak aquatic. So I mean, that could be handy. And that one's actually really cheap.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I had that on sale. I was looking at it for it's I think only like 50, 100 gold.
That's for one individual?
One person. He could maybe make more. We could request that. I mean, I did talk with him a little bit with the whole, as he kind of gestures over to Bolt, and at this point you would have, as he gestures to where Bolt was, Gizmo hadn't noticed, Bolt has flown over to the side of Sparky, and it's just like observing you, like somewhat upside down because he's using his tail to hold himself in the air, but he's just kind of looking at you.
I give him a rock.
He takes the rock in his little hands, and he is amazed.
Yeah.
Ah, he's so cute.
Yeah, it's rocks.
Yeah, I talked with Mamoland with the whole helping get me some proper finishing the ideas. I mean, and I ended up going with my gut, but his pointers did help. I loosely chatted with him, and he does take the request of crafting things. So if we wanted to have some more of those charms, I mean, we could possibly ask. But
we could ask. When does he open?
That is a good question, DM. When does he open?
The
magic shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is usually open until like around 10.
Okay.
God damn it.
He opens up at 7:52. Exactly.
Exactly, yes. That's a few hours. It tends to open up closer to noon, but we could probably do that. there's a few things we could go do around town. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. Again, checking that map, seeing if we can go check someone who's traveled or something to see about where the pulls up my own notes because I have to check the name. Where's me little side quest tracker? We're needing to find the Grapevine Inn. So, seeing if somebody has a map maker that has heard of that might be a good start. I mean, granted, now that you're with us, Sparky, I mean, it'd be a little tricky, admittedly, if bounty hunters were to come collecting, but at the same time, we also technically could go do the request for minks, because out of all the options we currently got, that one kind of takes us away from where everyone else would probably be looking for us, and we're going through the jungle, so outside of things that are there, we probably wouldn't run into too much that's, directly trying to hunt us for outside reasons. And I mean, getting on Minx's good side might be getting on their good side, considering, I mean, I don't know. I might have an interest in some potion making as an idea, but still kind of figuring out if I want to do the whole potions of vitality and such, or the kooky ones.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks over to Bolt, as Bolt probably at this point has landed on the table and is just like holding rock and just like entranced by it. I also have to consider whatever is probably safer for him to be messing with, so. But we could probably go out and go talk to minks, or go talk to see if there's any local map makers in town and such.
We could. I like the idea. We have money right now, right?
Yes,
We do, yeah.
Gizmo, which, by the way, DM for this, I probably would have attuned during the night or this morning to the axe, so it's not just I can't use it. I probably would have attuned to that. Forgot to mention.
It's not one of them greater battle axes, right?
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
Right?
It's not cursed. No, I made sure.
You
Thank
sure?
God.
No,
Are
I'm
you
very
sure?
Yes. This is a
Yeah,
magic.
110% sure.
This is a normal magic weapon, and it was being sold by Momoland. And to be fair, Momoland was not selling any cursed weapons, so the closest thing to a cursed weapon, ironically, is actually what you ended up buying. But even then, that's not a cursed weapon, it's just a weapon with a trade-off.
Ambulance!
No,
Ambulance.
the knife. The spider knife.
Oh no, it's not in my inventory, so I don't think I ended up buying it, so I'm gonna say screw it. No.
Oh, fair enough.
Because I also didn't subtract it out of my thing, I don't think, either.
Fair enough.
So you're gonna tune to the Bane Cleaver then?
Yes.
Okay.
I have attuned to the Bane Cleaver. I also named it, yeah. But
Anybody else attuning to anything?
I have nothing to attune to currently.
yeah, I think the Hat of Disguise
Can
is just...
I attune to like? Oh no, I can. Yeah, I would probably attune to my Savior's Cape.
Oh yeah, that probably does require attunement.
It does.
Oh,
no, it
says
says
yeah,
on
it
the
does.
thing.
Yeah, it does. I don't
okay.
see an attune thing for it, but yeah, it does.
It says required attunement from cleric or paladin.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Well, I'm down to go check out the local. See if we can check out the local map maker. See if they've got any idea if they've heard of something, or just ask around to see if people have heard about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't really have a map for that either, but
No,
yeah.
hey, that's fine. We could just go to the general worldview of town map for the town and just say we travel a bit, because that probably actually works a bit better for what we're doing with that one for now.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
Okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. So you're looking for the local map maker. Alright.
Yeah,
Mhm.
or just general information if like asking for that and like asking like, hey, if you heard of or do you know of like the Grapevine Inn and where it's located,
Yeah.
or if you've heard of where that might be.
That. Okay. They will tell you that the Grapevine Inn can be found, in the Earth Genasi village.
Ah, okay. I'll update that on my notes.
I'm sorry, where?
The Earth Genasi
Yeah.
village
Oh, fuck.
of Alabaster.
Yeah, Sparky will look over at Soul and he'll just be like, "Where is it?"
I don't know, but let's just say my family was kicked out of there. Um,
Oh,
yeah.
Sparky will take his hat off and put it on her.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, I'm sure you probably are okay. They just might not be the most fun.
Okay.
Do we get an idea, or do they, if it is the map maker themselves, do we get a general idea of where we would need to go, or like where to travel to for going to said village?
The village of Alabaster.
Gotcha. Okay.
Where? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Over, like, it's the town right here.
Oh. Oh God, that's super close.
It is close to it's close to the halfling town, and I have my question is, I'm assuming this and like all of this area is like a mountain range.
Yeah.
Oh, fun! Is there any paths through said mountain range?
Let's see here.
Because I mean, we could go there, but
There's a
that's
dirt
definitely
road
gonna.
going there.
Thanks. Woo!
Bless you.
There's a
Thank
dirt
you.
road going there. There is a road there.
Okay.
Not through it though. No one's made a path through it.
That you can
I
see.
mean, yeah, that's. Since we're talking to a map maker, yeah, that's probably not something that's either not been done or it's not known.
They don't
of,
usually
or
tend to make roads going
And
through
so
or
wait,
over
what
the
town is
mountain. They
this? Do
usually
we
try
know?
to
What
go
town is this
around
one
or.
down here? Do we not know that?
That is Yoshi. That is a Yon Tea village.
Yeah, the fun snake people that they're
Oh,
they're fun.
so maybe let's not. I was gonna say.
But that's kind of the only way we really have to go around, because I mean, if we
Yeah,
go
we're not going the other
if we
way.
go
And the city
anywhere
down
in this
here
vicinity,
is a Aarakruka city.
yeah, see that. Well, the UNT are definitely tribal
Rujik.
to an extent. I think if we were to go to Earth Genasi village for the points of, if we were to go to here, it probably is going to be better if we go down the bottom path.
Yeah,
I
sadly.
mean, you can cross over the mountains if you wish to. There's just not like an actual road.
There's no distinct path though. We'd have to like mountain
Yeah.
climb.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, but you can cross over the mountains if that's something you wish to do.
Y'all, we better lure across this shit.
I mean,
I don't think we necessarily have the right group for that though.
I think, honestly, while the mountain path would have its ups, I definitely think we might be better going with the pathways.
I'm just thinking so we don't have any more heads on our asses, you know?
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, there is one upside to going to the UNT village. Because if the UNT here are anything, which this is just pure assumption, if they're anything like they are normally, bounty hunters aren't gonna fuck with them.
No, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Bounty hunters will not fuck with them. They're
Yeah.
scary as shit.
It's like UNT are one of those you just don't fuck with. So I mean, getting to where we have to go is going to be okay. It's just when we get closer to the town is going to be the fun part of having to keep an eye on our backs and then going back through. So, yeah, that definitely. Okay, so that's definitely going to be a. We probably want Grotz around to go do that one.
Yeah.
You can always go around the Yonti village if you have to.
Yeah.
You might have to cross a river to do it, but you can go around.
Well, isn't the jungle also down south near the village?
Yeah.
Yeah, the jungle. We were told the jungle's like over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, if we were to go to the jungle,
yeah,
it's in this general area. Like, if we go over here, that probably is, like, the safest thing to do if we wanted to try doing that today a little bit or start it, because we have the least, I think, chance of drawing attention going out there. I mean, granted, there's still probably going to be wildlife, and, we could run into anything, but, and, I mean, fate is funny, it's fickle. So, I mean, we might be going
Very fickle.
Who knows? But from an outside perspective, if I were El Bounty Hunters or the people we've pissed off, probably over in the region over here, generally. So, I mean, going to the jungle probably isn't too bad of a thing. And we do have stuff we can do in town if we don't want to leave without Grotz. So, but at least we know now. I'm gonna start putting that in notes for locations and such.
Yep, and you're also free to wait till Glitz comes back and give you offers on any other employment.
Yeah.
Very true.
Mm.
And possibly get some heat off our backs too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just...
We got like 3 stars right now.
Show the
GTA.
entire road, but yeah, basically that's just kind of the road it is right now. There is no road to the Lizardfolk village.
That makes sense. They're very tribal.
Yeah, that makes 100%.
UNT are at least somewhat civilized already. Lizard folk, that's just a coin flip anytime. I mean, yeah. They like their bones. Like, yeah.
But the Yanti, you might have a chance to talk with them. The lizard folk probably will just try to eat you before they try to talk to you.
Yeah.
Well, granted, the Yanti might also try to eat you, but they might talk to you.
Yeah.
Might
Emphasis on
is
might.
the deciding word.
Yeah. Because they're a lot like lizard folk. They're unquestionably evil. So, yeah,
All right.
if you want to go around them, I would not blame you.
Yeah.
Lizard folk definitely are not gonna.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere near them.
Well, they might accept.
The lizards or the
Yeah.
snakes?
They're not snakes. That's rude.
I think she was talking
I'm
about the
quoting
auntie.
Midna here.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
quoting Midna here. The snake people.
Yeah, you're being rude now. That's just uncalled for.
I mean, that's what
I
the
mean-
auntie are. They're snake people.
They are. I mean, technically, Gizmo just kind of like I imagine like commenting, just like I mean, technically, weirdly all distant relatives, but I mean that's just kind of in the weird category.
So, do you guys want to wait until let's get some shit off of our backs, or do we want to try and for the jungle? Because I know that's pretty a safe option, minus wildlife.
True. Very true.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Well-
definitely we could take the path, and then when we're getting to the turning point
Like-
of like when we're close, we can go.
Yeah, I
off
was gonna
the
say
road.
kind of like this corner or something, veer off.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we could definitely do jungle, and then come on back. I mean, shouldn't be too bad to do.
No, and we can if we get a cart, we can always just like throw Grotz in the back, and he can sleep the rest of the way there.
That's true, though the question I have with that is looking at the two of you, do either of you know how to properly drive a cart?
Do you?
I am a smith who does fishing. I have experiences with a lot of things. I've been in a cart once or twice, not driven it.
So maybe should we bring someone along with us who knows how to drive?
I mean,
Can't be that hard, right?
No,
I
I
mean-
mean it can't be that hard.
we are going to a jungle that's going to be half of the way there is traveled, but the other half is not. On top of we're going by the UND. I mean,
Oh yeah, so we
that
definitely
might
need a
be-
good driver.
well, I was gonna say that might honestly be better if we don't have a large caravan because that'll draw attention. And if they have like
Well,
hunting
I
parties,
mean I didn't necessarily mean a large one. I just meant like maybe like a one horse one, like a small one.
that's still big. And I mean,
It is still pretty big, but it's just a suggestion so we don't have to fucking drag Grotz.
I mean, it all kind of depends, I guess. I don't
Oh
know.
wait, unless here's a thought, we put him in the bag that we use for fishing.
He will choke if we do that.
We
That
can leave his head out.
He will get stopped and questioned.
I also think, given I've studied a little bit of how those bags work, as I've temporarily made a different kind. That one is specifically for fish. It doesn't work.
Never mind then.
Oh,
doesn't work
yes.
for other
She's
things.
talking about my bag?
Yeah, you're the
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
That's only for fish. And I could make the one I have though. I mean, I'm either gonna lose my shield or I mean, Bolt is gonna probably hibernate for a bit. But I could make mine. The temporary one I've got, I probably need to study that and try to figure out a proper full-time one. But I could make that, but the problem is it's either you're in it or you're not. It's not there's not really a in between. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's go to the shop first. The magic. To
I
see
think.
if those rings can be made for us.
Okay, where are you heading?
I believe the magic.
Magic shop.
Into ours.
Yeah. Probably would go stop and go pick up some food since we did wake up and quickly left. So get some food and probably then go head over. Yeah, it's still there. So fair enough.
Everything should be there. There would be new stuff, but I can't add anything.
You can
Oh.
shuriken.
See, where was the thing I was seeing?
Yeah, you said it was like an amulet. No, a necklace.
Token of the sea serpent. Sorry, token of the sea speaker. Yeah, that's the one.
Yep. While you're wearing the amulet, you can speak and understand Aquan, and you are able to breathe air and water.
Ooh.
And it doesn't require attunement.
There's also a ring of water walking.
Yeah, I'd seen that.
Oh, that's not a bad price either.
Yeah.
I mean, really, when you think about it, we could all get one.
That is definitely an
Well,
option.
let's
Hello again,
see.
Mummerland. Hope you're doing well today.
I'm doing fine. Can I help you with today?
We were interested actually because of a potential job we might be looking into in the near future. Your token of the sea speaker. I know you had loosely mentioned previously when we were chatting that we could actually make requests of items for you to make. Would it be possible to request you to make some more of those?
Very well. How many?
Well, plus probably purchasing the one you have available, we would need 3 more currently. Anything I make, if I continue with my research and all of that, and the little one here, as Bolt kind of peeks up, looks around, looks left, looks right, and then just kind of slowly sinks his head back into the collar. The little one here technically doesn't have to breathe.
Very well.
So
It'd be 300 gold for the items, then 100 gold for my time making them.
sounds fair enough. Totaling out to be 500 for purchasing the one you have right now as well.
Evil nod.
Gizmo kind of looking to the other two. I would happily pay the man. Unfortunately, I'm kind of spent.
What are you
I-
buying?
We're ordering the both ordering the more of the necklaces of the water speaker to allow us to be able to deal with our job and such of if we were to if we have to end up underwater.
How many
Plus-
do we need?
Well, do we need to do that right now?
Well, no. This we're ordering to make preparation. Yeah, preemptive. And to be fair, it's not that costly.
No, it's not.
It's and if anything, I'm not gonna lie, having this being able to breathe underwater, who knows? That might save a bacon. Who knows?
Yep, especially mine.
So it
I have
totals out
enough
to
for all
about
4 of them.
yeah, it totals out to 500 total. 400 for getting the 4 or purchasing the one, Mamoland making the other 3, and then the 100 for the time and effort of making more specifically.
So 500?
500.
All right, I got y'all.
Much appreciated. This will.
I hand him 500 gold flat out. Just smack it on the table.
That he'll take the bag, he'll put it into his safe. He'll write down the order, and we'll just basically write down a small description of each of you, so that way he knows who the order goes to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Considering you're putting a lot of your own money out of it.
Done.
Much appreciated.
Oh, no problem.
Considering you are putting the most money down, I'm perfectly fine if you would like to take the one that you do have that we are purchasing currently. If you want to be the one to hold on to that,
it's no problem. I can wait.
I mean, I feel it's kind of only fair. You did kind of pull a lot of money out for that.
All right, fine.
Yeah, it is fair.
I just subtracted it from my gold total because it's still doing that weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
And I don't want to spend Oz's money.
Add it to your sheet at another time, because again, I can't track anything to anybody.
Oh, jeez. Ooh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can't. I'm basically locked out of items and actors and everything. I don't know what the heck's going on with that.
Yeah, that's not good.
Hopefully they will fix that.
Yeah, if only had seen that notice sooner to warn you.
Well, I try to update it before we start each session, so
Yeah.
no worries. I didn't know about that either.
Yeah. Well,
Just remind me, to add that to your inventory when I can.
Yeah.
Got it.
For now, it's gonna just have to be taken notes, which I will make sure to note down currently myself, so we have extra reference.
Yep. But he'll say, "Thank you. Anything else that I can sell you?" You're here.
Sparky, anything here catch your interest?
He's looking at the Goblet of Confidence.
I'm
going.
Unless he made another one, I do think Grot's purchased. Well, actually, no.
No,
No, Grot's bought a different alcohol.
Yeah.
Mug. Right.
Grot's bought the think tax. I remember that much.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did buy that.
Yeah, he's looking at the Goblet of Confidence, and he's pulling out the money for it. This item. Put the gold on the counter for him.
Okay, you should be able to buy that, Rafael, because I don't think your thing's messed up.
It might be.
No, he doesn't have two characters on.
Yeah, me and Raf are good for purchasing stuff on our character if it works.
See if you can purchase it.
It tells me I don't have an active character for the user.
Oh, okay. That's right, because you haven't. Yeah, you're not. The bottom left, it's not showing Sparky.
Yeah, I think you might need to refresh, dude.
No, it has showed my thing for a while.
Yeah, it's like a registration thing for like character and such. For like.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing of like how to properly get you and them. From what I could tell, like you have to like set them as like the active character you're playing. It is its own little thing.
Yeah.
Token of the sea speaker.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how to fix that. I've tried looking around, but I didn't really.
Yeah, that might just be something I have to look around at.
Because I looked through my whole character sheet and everything, and all my settings, and it.
If you right-click on your name, it should say user configuration on the bottom left, and you should be able to like select a character. And if you have the thing for your character, you should be able to select them and then
Oh, okay. Oh, this might fix
there
it.
you go. Yes,
Yeah,
now
yeah,
you're
yeah.
now you're
Okay,
good.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so now if you purchase stuff, it'll go to Sparky.
Let's see if that's true.
Woo.
Oh, there you go. Hey.
Nice.
Yay!
Yeah.
Like,
And that
if I
should be
do...
down the road. That should be like if you have multiple, you should be able to select the
Oh,
other
okay,
character, and then you
yeah,
have to set them.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I can't do it for Oz, but I have to like release the character, and each time she switches back.
It's too much work, honestly.
It is a chunk. I mean, there should be a way to just have it so that you have both, and then the player should be able to swap it
Not that I can see, but yeah.
because it's in that little menu for the user configuration. You should be able to just swap. I think. I mean, I'll have to look into it more, but yeah.
So
Cool.
on my thing, like when I'm in the chat, it says like
It
speak
says
ads.
that
I know
you're
that's
Oz,
not the
but yeah.
same thing. But
Yeah, I don't think
normally
I've
if
seen
I
it still.
yeah. But it's weird.
It is.
Life is weird, guys.
Life can be weird. All right. Well, that is some preparation for down the road. Can't really go check for the one thing, so unless there's anything else you would like to go purchase, Sparky, I mean, might be some potions that could be useful, or might be nice to have. I know well, to be more precise, Soul and Grotz stocked up on some healing potions and such.
Mm-hmm.
That could be interesting, but I'm good for now. I think.
Fair enough. Fortunately, money is little tight, so outside of doing some fishing for money or that, fun times.
I'm looking at some of this stuff. Some great stuff in here.
That there is. There's definitely some passive items that if I had the opportunity to yoink, I definitely would not say
Yeah,
no to.
I really want to yoink that. What was it called? The figurine of the wondrous silver raven. That looks pretty cool. Actually.
I know I've got my eyes on some of the tattoo, or like maybe picking up a tattoo thing just to have it.
Yeah,
passive. The
greater absorption would be nice.
The bone merchant's token, or that, or the death rose. Like both of those are either or would be nice as an emergency, being a tank. Circuit of blasting, I've had my eye on a little bit.
You know what I just realized that what else would have been useful for the snipper clips is the ring of water walking.
Yeah, that is another one. We
That
had
would have
said
been
that
really
is
good,
another
but we
one.
don't have the money for that anymore.
Yeah.
Also, very expensive compared.
It is very expensive, and we technically get a bit more out of the pendant. Technically,
we do. I'm just saying it would have
yeah.
also been useful.
Well, okay. Technically, you two don't, because you can already speak Aquan. Technically,
Yeah, we
Can
both
I?
can.
yeah,
we
that's
speak
part
primordial.
of Primordial. Primordial
We can
covers
speak
4 languages.
Aquan, Ignian. What is the Earth one?
Terran.
Tao or Terran? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the air one as well. I forget
Yeah,
the
the
air
air
one.
one's the only one that escapes my mind. But
Yeah, I just gave it to.
Primordial gives you 4 languages in one. So I mean,
Oh,
you definitely got. I mean, and if anything, if you spoke it brokenly before, you definitely speak it good now with that.
Yeah, we have a little accent.
Yeah, but you two technically don't get as much as me or Grot's word for that, but it's still good because you get that while they're breathing.
Is it attunement? That's the
No,
thing
it is
looking at.
not. That's the
Oh,
reason
okay.
That's why it's really good.
Yeah, that's actually really nice.
Yeah. Technically, the Ring of Water Walking isn't either, but
it's
yeah.
not bad. I just figured if he doesn't exactly go underwater.
Yeah, I mean,
And if we don't want to fight on lands from a range,
Yeah, I mean, I think as a cleric, one of your spells, if not yet,
Wait. So
you should
sorry
have
to
water
interrupt.
walking as a spell. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt.
not yet.
Can I just buy the token of Sea Speaker and send it to you?
Yeah, you could do that.
Because you already
That-
paid the money, right? And just give myself the
That
money back.
may work.
Yeah.
It's just the trickiness of because it's set to Oz, it might go to Oz's inventory.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
That's the problem with the whole little like what your active character thing, which we've been trying.
Well, I wouldn't be sending it to Oz. I'd be sending it to her actual character, not Oz, because I believe I could send it to player, right? Let me see. I'll just send a dagger. Oh no, yeah, you're right. It's
Yeah,
only showing Oz.
it would just go to Oz. Yeah,
Yeah, Soul doesn't show up.
yeah, weird. So unfortunately, until the foundries or we can fix the compatibility stuff,
Yeah.
that might be for now. Just has to be written down in notes. Thankfully, it's a simple item, so I mean, it's not too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mamulland. Appreciate your services and such. We shall not bother you anymore, as I know you probably, when you're able to, will start working on that. As a question, how long do you think it'll take to make those?
It should take about 3 or 4 days, most.
Okay. Good to know.
It's not a very difficult enchantment.
Good to know.
Hmm.
Well, while you two, let's. If there's anything else you two would like to go do, let's not keep.
No, I think I'm good.
I am good as well.
All right.
Again, like we said though, maybe if we're gonna do the carriage thing, maybe trying to find someone to do that.
Could you say that one more time? You cut out a little bit on my end.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry. But
Yeah, that's doesn't happen on my end. It's all good.
maybe if we're gonna do the like small carriage thing to throw grots in, then maybe we want to find somebody who can actually drive a carriage.
I mean, given that's kind of the only option if we wanted to travel, that kind of would be the only option fully. Unless we
Yeah.
just want to say that Grotz is following us.
Grots with his sense of direction would get lost in an instant.
I mean, he actually has a good survival. He just tends to wander. Yeah, I don't know. That is definitely tricky.
Mm.
It is an interesting situation.
Yeah.
Oh, as always, we're always in interesting situations.
It's true.
So that unfortunately might have to be something we have to wait till they're back. So, and I guess while we're in town, I could try to do working on further blueprinting out the. Actually, I guess while we're here, I'd like to try to take another attempt at teaching Bolts to work with tools a bit, or at least assist me with working with tools.
Sure.
So that's something we can do for some downtime stuff. So, yeah. Mapsy companions. Bolt. Oh, how weird. That's not right. Weird. It's converted him to that. Well, he's got a flat modifier, so I can just roll a d20. So, yeah, I'd like to try to spend some time with him. So, I believe we had done it last time. If that was an intelligence check from him to see if he picks it up.
Yeah, that'd be just intelligence check for him.
Okay, well, my little companion page is being weird, and it turned it back into the caravan. So I'll just roll a d20 then. So, come on, little boy, learn some things. Damn it!
Oh no, what did you roll?
That's a 4.
Oh, poor Giz.
Oh, that's so important.
I mean, hey, it's better than working with a normal animal companion. They'd have like a -3 to this.
Because he still seems pretty confused.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You've been around for a day. This is going to be a long process. I literally just imagine. And this is how you make use of a wrench. Are you paying attention? Looks to him, not even messing with his little wrench that Gizmo like made for him. He's just looking at rock that Sparky gave for him.
Yeah, the rock.
Oh. I assume trying to teach him that and such takes a bit of time.
Okay. Alright, so what are you guys doing for the rest of the day then?
Well,
Just so I know, are you staying here waiting for Glitz to come back, or are you heading out to the jungle? Are you getting yourself a cart and wagon ready to go?
Oh, do you want to maybe go get a cart and wagon? Unless we again, like I said, unless we want to wait for Grazi to wake up.
I think
should
that
wait
might
for
just be
Blitz.
that might be just better for Glotz. And I mean, if we give Glitz some time, I mean, I know we want to try to do some work still, but if we give Glitz some time to slowly clear that, and while we're in the area of somewhat protection, so we're not just going out, that might be a smaller play. I mean, I know we want to do things, but that might be the best course of action. I mean, at the very least, we probably could go just outside of town for some fishing.
Hmm.
Because, I mean, if we can't leave for Grotz being out of commission, and, I mean, I can take a hit. You have decently armored as well, but probably best we have our extra muscle. So,
Hmm.
I'm not against the card idea, but I don't
That's
really
fine.
know how well that's gonna go going into a jungle.
It
No,
should be
I know,
fine.
but still.
As long as we're not traversing through the jungle and clearing the path, we should be fine.
Yeah. Like I said, if we had an experienced driver, then
I
we
mean,
would
do
be
we
good.
have
But
do we have the money to hire someone like that?
Let's hire the monkey.
no.
He's a jack of all trades.
Given the whole
monkey hates
given
me.
the whole given the whole heat we have, Spox, I don't really know if that's a good idea. I also don't think we even know where he is, or if he's even still here.
Sad. Never mind.
Hmm.
He's somewhere
I
plotting
mean-
his revenge.
Don't remind me. I mean, does Gary know how to drive a cart? Or maybe Gleam does.
Gary the goat.
Gary is our goat.
Do anything. We can paint,
I
he
would
can
like
fish.
to remind you that I am not a goat. I am a turtle.
Tis a saying. Tis a saying,
It
Gary.
means that you're the best.
Well, we can get the cart while we wait for Glitz to come back.
Hmm.
After that, we roll up Grotz in a bag, like Soul said, and put him in the back of the cart. He's got to wake up eventually, right, Gizmo?
kind of was talking with it with Soul. I mean, it's kind of 50-50. I mean, sometimes he wakes up, sometimes he's out. I mean, it kind of just it happens.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, goodness gracious. I didn't realize how zoomed in I was on us. I mean, the only other person I could think of asking is maybe Gleam. I mean, he might know.
He might know someone. I don't really know if we could ask him directly.
He might know. Yeah, that's what I mean. He might know someone. No. Why?
No, that's having
The
people
fish
coming
people
in.
are haunting me.
I mean, hey, they're all types of different people.
They're haunting me. The fish people. See, they don't.
Okay.
They're not killing themselves. They're moving to the North Continent.
I mean, he's been here.
Yeah, no, he's been around a few
Oh,
times.
has he?
Yeah, he's usually been in the background. And to be fair, I would like to remind everyone, there is an entire other side of the building we've just never been on.
True.
Yes, there is
No,
an
don't be
entire
ridiculous.
separate side
No,
of the building.
don't be ridiculous.
There's nothing
We have
beyond those
not
doors.
gone
What do you
There's
mean?
nothing beyond those doors. What do you mean?
This is the only part of the tavern that I know.
Those
Besides
doors
this
are
and
just a
the back
fabrication of the
of the
mind. They're not real. Well, uninstalling and reinstalling the things might have done something weird, because now Bolt's thing is weird. But, oh well, we'll just have to fix that, I guess, on the background another day.
Yeah, it might have fucked up a few things here and there.
Yeah.
You know, yes, it might have been the fish person.
We've not talked. In fact, they've actually, I mean, from out of memory, they've been here the least. So that would... Oh. That's somebody new.
Yeah, I don't remember the lady with the big black hat.
Yeah, that's somebody new.
As it is somebody new.
Not it.
Okay. Well, if we're needing to work on something, if we're wanting to do something, and we're wanting to maybe do the jungle thing, I mean, I guess we could try to find the cart to drag Grotz.
I was gonna say unless we want to build one, but we don't have anybody who's wood carver.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of metal involved, so I mean, maybe, but
Yeah, a stone and metal cart going down the road.
that probably wouldn't be too practical.
No, we're not. I mean, maybe we can split up and find somebody who might. Gary the goat! Sorry, that was a total like ADD thing or ADHD thing.
Where'd it go?
Every time Gary shows up, you're just like, Gary!
Gary!
It's the boy!
It's our boy!
Ugh.
Gary has just slowly become the Oogway of the camp.
He hates us.
Gary has all the answers.
Ugh.
Like I was in the middle of saying, if we want to split up maybe around the tavern and see who might either know somebody we can get a cart from or help us get a cart somehow or can drive a cart.
I mean, here's the thing. We're assuming, Glitz is gonna be gone. Like, I think we might be misunderstanding the whole Glitz will be back thing. I think that's gonna take a little while to even
Yeah,
do.
no, I know. I wasn't saying wait for Glitz.
No, I know. I think it was something that came up and I maybe misunderstood.
No, that Sparky had mentioned it, waiting for Glitz, but honestly,
I
don't want to see
did
that guy
mention
right now. He is confusing me.
hmm, that is a way to put it, of what you two are doing. Uh, I mean, that is something we could do. We could also... We could at the very least wait for Gruss to get him up, and then we could travel ourselves, and it wouldn't be that much of a blunder.
Yeah, you're right about that.
True, true.
I mean, I technically still need to try to work on making Grutz's thing anyways, so staying a little bit in town
Oh,
isn't a
true.
terrible idea. Well, I think if we just give it some time, let it take a bit. I mean, we just did it's been a few days, and it's been a little while from when we did the job, but maybe giving a little bit of time to blow off some steam of the sense of not being wanted might be not a bad idea. So, plus, who knows? Maybe you two could chat around and see if there's any other jobs we could maybe see about, or I don't know, maybe
Yeah,
there's some
yeah,
things you two might
maybe.
want to check on. But I'll probably try to at least blueprint out something for the weapon. So that'll probably be what I do for now.
Yeah, you do that. I'm hmm.
Gizmo shall pull out his journal and will start trying to sketch up his ideas again for the anchor and try to at least get a blueprint of what the frick he's doing somewhat in mind.
I'm gonna go talk to the lady in the black because she's a new face and it's concerned.
Okay, the lady in the black hat. You will see has long white hair, piercing red eyes. You recognize her immediately as a changeling.
Oh shit.
She is
I don't know why I said
currently
oh shit.
seems to be drinking some red wine and enjoying looks to be a very fancy meal.
You seem like you're a classy lady.
Glancing over to you, she will pick up her napkin, kind of pat her mouth a bit, and I try my best, dear. May I help you?
No, I just saw that you were an unfamiliar face in the tavern. Normally we see the same people every day.
Oh, well, I do tend to reside in the study most of the time.
Mm. Well, actually, I'm from the little adventuring party. Actually, we were sitting like literally 2 feet away from you. And
Well,
we're actually, huh?
you just gesturing over if you do. Bolt is just like looks over and just waves.
Oh, Bolt, don't creep her out already. It's been 2 seconds.
He just shrugs and goes back to like looking at Gizmo.
The bean, I love him. But no, we're actually looking for some jobs to do in our downtime while we wait for a job, I guess.
Hmm, I see. Well, let me think for a moment.
Swear to God, DM, if I get charmed again, I am done. I am done.
No, you're not gonna get charmed.
Say, last time I talked to a good-looking person in D&D, I got charmed. So we're not gonna do that shit
The first thing that popped into my head was like the old commercial for Fire Emblem. Just trust no one.
again. I mean, if you don't have a job, that's totally fine. I can go somewhere else maybe and get a job. But I was just curious. You looked like someone who has wants people to do stuff for them. That came out wrong. But you know what I mean.
Well, how... let me ask you.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you consider yourselves prepared adventurers?
Ah, like, are they listening? Can they hear this conversation?
Mm,
No.
close by, but if they're being quiet, probably not.
No? Damn it. I mean, I guess.
A very convincing answer.
I
Yes,
mean,
I was
yes.
just thinking that.
I guess on a good day we might be.
On a good day, when we have our big lug.
Well, I do know that Sister Gracel is currently looking for some adventurers. Apparently, they have an important quest that they are unable to complete, but are hoping to find someone who can help them. You might be able to find her uh, by the shrine.
Okay. Thank you for the info, Mrs.
Lilith.
What's your name? I'm sorry. Lilith?
Lilith.
Oh, okay. Well, it was very nice meeting you. Thank you so much for the information. And I hope you have a great rest of your meal.
Like, as soon, it's like, okay, did her name upset you? Like, as soon as you tell you it was
No!
Lilith, you're like,
No! I
okay.
just couldn't hear her name. Wait, what were you saying? I really couldn't hear you.
It was just like, okay.
No, because I couldn't hear you. That's why I said okay.
That's such a boring name.
No, I couldn't hear you all that well. It was like, I don't know, my headphones like acting weird. What was her name?
Lilith.
Okay, so I did hear it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really do. I love that name. Like, out of character, love that name. That's why I was like, Lilith? But no, so I'm just gonna relay that information. There's a sister at the shrine looking for people to do a job. She didn't specify what, but it's a job.
Could be something.
Could be something. I mean, shrine's right down my alley, but also that lady's a changeling. I don't know if we should be a little concerned, but
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people have strange powers, so I mean, that's not really.
you're right.
It's not really the biggest thing, and if they're around glitz, I mean, well, if we want to go check on that, I guess we could, since we've got nothing, or not much else to do at the moment.
I mean, unless you guys found any other jobs.
No, I was currently just lightly sketching up things for that, so, but pretty much I think that's currently it, unless we want to go talk to some other patrons of the Tavern at the moment, but I also feel like signing up for too many jobs might be a bit over accomplishing in some regards.
Yeah, that
do
is
have- we
also
do
why
have
I only
a
went to
chunk.
one person.
Well, if we want to go follow up on some information of at least figuring out what that job might entail, then we could do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright. At least gives everybody something to do. So, fair enough. Come on, Bolt, back into the collar.
Alright, so where are you guys heading?
I guess to the
The
shrine
shrine.
that was mentioned. Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second.
All good.
To the shrine. What? Or is that in character?
No. I'm just trying to find it. I can't seem to find it. Just give me a few minutes just to try and see if I can locate
Oh,
it.
good.
Go for it. I'm gonna keep eating my sandwich.
Okay, so it should be. Where the heck is it?
Well, while we're waiting for DM's side of things, while we're getting ready and prepped for the elections and all that, realized I hadn't really offered the service to either of you, actually. Do either of you have something you either need repaired?
Not
Let me check. I don't
really.
think I do. Besides my mental health, no. I know, I'm so sorry. That was a bad joke.
Relatable though.
Understandable, yeah. My psyche is so shattered, there is really no fixing it. I think you had picked up a broken lockpick previously from fishing.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can you fix those? I totally forgot about those.
Yeah.
I picked up like some broken like thieves tools or something like that, some along those lines.
Oh. Yeah, I should be able to fix it all right up. I mean,
If you don't mind.
yeah, I can take a look at it. I mean, as long as we have most of it, I can probably take my own hand at it and fix it. So, I guess that's my second thing to ask, but yeah, something. Are the thieves' tools that they had gotten from fishing mostly intact, or
From what I remember, they were like bent, I think.
I know they weren't like out of character, they weren't usable.
No, they
Really?
were not usable.
Okay, I can't. It's not even in here. I can't even find it. It's not even in here. It's part of the quest, but it's not even in here. I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, jeez. It is getting close to when we would stop, so I mean,
Oh yeah,
It's
it is
kinda
honest. Late.
pisses me off when they do like put in something. It's not
It's
even.
okay.
Ooh, I really like the art for Asmira.
Isn't it
Yeah, me
cool?
Yeah, it's super cool.
I'm gonna have to pick something else.
oh,
Have
nice.
you chosen which pose yet, or not yet?
No, I haven't. I'm so indecisive though.
Personality-wise, I think number 2 fits from the
I was about to say, I
I
really
was
like
gonna
number
say
2.
number 2 really fits her.
Everything about number 2 just feels pretty good.
Yeah.
It feels the most her. I didn't want to spend the extra $10 to have her draw a tick though. Because
I mean,
I
yeah.
100% would have thrown tick in there too. Honestly though, that was like, how much did I spend on that? Do I have my receipt? Somewhere? The commission itself was like maybe like a little less than $30. So
That's not
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah.
I just realized she has the carpet grippers out.
Okay. I do apologize again.
No,
I
do
don't know
not worry
why
about it,
it's
dude.
not
Okay.
here.
I mean, hey, the update and the installing things might have done some messy stuff with it, so it's all good.
This is how you stress out a DM.
Update your software,
You ask
yeah.
to go to a place that they don't have.
That
Yeah,
and
like
asking
they're
them
like
NPC
completely
names.
fucked up with my notes too. Like that just kind of pisses me off. That. Okay. Anyway, I found a different one, so you're interested in it.
Sure.
So, there is a priest known as Stuvir who was carrying the village's relic. A band of brigands abducted him and stole the relic, and sent a brash ransom note.
This is right up my fucking
They don't
alley.
have enough gold between them to pay the ransom, but there is enough for a sizable reward. If you can think you can challenge an entire band of robbers, then
How many
elder-
robbers?
Oliver Button would be more than happy to speak with you.
How many robbers? Just curious.
A band of them.
Yeah.
How much is a band?
I will tell you that there is 20 of them.
Oh, thank you, clairvoyance.
Thank you, identify spell.
That is a chunk of them.
You all agree?
That is. So technically, if you want to think about it, that's 5 per person.
Could be.
Depending.
When you really think about it, if you
It's
break it
between
down.
20 or 30.
Yeah. And they probably got someone that's a leader to some degree, or who's acting as a head for the operations of it.
100%.
Though, I mean, boosting our own image to an extent and doing something that's a little bit not going to draw unwanted attention, it might be a good thing to do. I mean, that probably isn't a bad thing. And I mean, we could fill in dots pretty quick of, hey, there's a band of people that, did a bad thing. We can go and fix the bad thing, and we just got to take them out. And Grot's like, sure. Yeah. It's like that. Pretty quick to catch him up to speed with that one and such. So, I mean, might not be a bad one to take.
No,
Yeah,
it
we
wouldn't.
could definitely do that.
I'll add my notes. Another quest.
But yeah, that is something you guys are free to accept or not.
Oh,
I mean, that doesn't sound too far out of our
it
alley.
doesn't sound hard at all.
That doesn't sound too
We
bad.
say that, and then it's gonna be the freaking worst fight ever.
Yeah, potentially, but I mean, I think that probably is a good one for us to take.
I mean, well, yeah, we're probably going to stop here for the day, though.
No, I was figuring. Yeah.
I figured it's usually our stopping point.
Yeah, especially with trying to figure out Foundry stuff.
Oh, yeah, I just hope that this is not going to be a constant thing. Anybody we're watching at home, I do apologize for the issues. It's just, both, like, the Foundry's updates just kind of cause a lot of problems here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll discuss a bit more, well, that after we're done. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop.
Oh, good.